We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades. And while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending.
Steve.
Scott, 15.
Steve Snodgrass.
That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies that you've been fed over the last several years into a hilarious VR game.
Because isn't that not in the game? Is the Plush Trap hallway in this game, or is it like a different version?
No, it's not.
New relationship with you, as well as your.
You know, it is. It is.
Get the merch perfect for birthdays.
Yeah, no, it's fun with Plush Trap.
Yeah, fun with Plush Trap and
a camera. Why is there a fucking camera? Weird.
We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple waiver before you play.
They're watching you.
It's mostly just legal mumbo jumbo and isn't at all based on
user experiences. You must first agree to the simple waiver. Lawyers have come. Something.
The important points have been condensed into a single page. Consider precious modes.
Small text. Fuck.
Recommended that you rest your eyes.
It's like watching anime.
They're closed. Good. If you agree to the terms presented to you, you know the button in front of you, or you'd like to consider accept button to remain 10 seconds. The 10 seconds.
Entertainment is not responsible.
10 theory. 10 theory.
10 theory.
10 theory. 10 theory.
Digital characters.
Oh yeah, it is so fucky. I'm looking at it now. The lag is a little fucky, but oh well. We're kind of cooked. So.
No, here, hold on. I have an idea. Let me just Cheetos, I am forever closing your stream. Okay, now it can't track my surroundings. It'll fix itself.
This is going well. This is going excellent.
We're up.
I should have just bought a new computer.
You really should.
Okay, what are we doing next?
So yeah, the only thing about that that's interesting is the fucking some of the shit they showed there isn't even in the game, like the Plush Trap hallway sequence. They didn't even.
Plush Trap hallway is
Nightmare Fredbear.
You just said it wasn't, Cryo. You
yeah, and then I corrected myself.
You suck a penis. All of them. Okay.
Yeah, no, Plush Trap is in this game.
So I guess what we can do first is we can just go over this fucking UI right here. All right. So go back to FNaF 1. We'll analyze all the pictures. All right.
What is interesting, though, I will say about that intro before we really get started. Someone said this in chat, and there's no way in hell I'm scrolling up to see who it was. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna steal this from you. Apparently in Tales, the FNaF 4 never got any games about it. But we saw like multiple shots of FNaF 4 there.
Oh yeah, didn't Steve make 3, chat? Can we confirm? Did Steve Snodgrass make 3 games?
Well, he made 3, but he started on 4.
Oh, he did start on 4?
He never finished FNaF 4.
But it's likely that he kept doing it. So whoever that was that I stole that from in chat, I'm giving you full credit. Again.
Nice.
Someone was asking what you're eating, bro.
Chad,
Zach wants to know what you're eating.
I'm eating chicken bites. I'm eating chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Alright, so there's fucking nothing in FNaF 1. Go to FNaF 2.
Oh, let's look at the images.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You have Helpy as Mike.
You gotta look down there. Look down. No, less down. Less down.
1, 2, 3, 4. There. Good.
Yeah. Okay, Wither
Bonnie. I'll do this.
Bro, Toy Bonnie is so ugly.
Alright, there's still fucking nothing that I can really glean from this. FNaF 3. So yeah, obviously, Springtrap on night 2. Oh shit! Pickle Pepper. Loosely based on real events, shows Nightmare. It was Nightmare Fredbear, actually. But the vast majority of fiction shows a strange picture. That's true.
Yeah, it was like closed like police tape around the outside of a building, which we've never seen.
Alright, FNaF, Dark Rooms now. This is the important one, I think. So obviously, Plush Trap and Nightmare BB, which obviously Scott said are both canon. And then you have 2 from Sister Location.
Well, Plush Baby wasn't in Sister Location, right?
Well,
Plush Baby
I'm assuming it was sold there. I'm assuming it was sold at Circus Babies.
Well, it's also sold at Fazbear Entertainment, just locations in general, because we see it in Security Breach and other places where Baby has nothing to even do with it.
Yeah, and obviously
plus this is also in an area where there's like Freddy plushies, Bonnie plushies that aren't even in Sister Location.
Yeah, that's true. I'd say the reason that these are both under dark rooms, obviously because the FNAF 4 house is connected to the sister location.
Yeah,
bunker, yeah. Right, Night Terrors then. Weird that Night Terrors is different. Because here's what I think. Here's what I'll say. Night Terrors...
Well,
next is
angry at me.
What's that?
Teachers are probably going to be angry at me.
That's nothing.
Oh my god.
I've been working on it.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
I'm working
we
on
are
it.
going to get to that today anyway. Also, chat, I remember when I sent the AR stream, I'll visit you in your dreams tonight, and fucking Funtime Freddy is in that room. I told you. He got gassed up.
Unwithered says one eye lit up on healthy. Which one is that?
Which one? In dark rooms?
Scroll through them. Scroll through them.
It was probably in dark rooms.
He's the fucking mimic.
No, not dark rooms. FNAF 3, I guess.
Oh, that's weird.
Making sure.
And it's blue, kind of like fuck, I just dropped my phone.
Kind of like how Helpy's eyes usually are. It's like greenish.
No, it's like glowing, like Golden Freddy. Oh.
Golden Freddy. Dude, he sounds.
All right, now it's time to look around your environment. Lock in. Stars.
No, did you count how many stars are on that curtain?
It's like 200.
You know what I will do? After stream today, I will literally get Unreal Unlocker and count each and every single individual star on this curtain. I will.
There's 114.
If it's 114, I'm losing my mind.
Okay, there are like gift boxes back there, like you'd see with the puppet coming out of.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8.
Yeah, I don't think the puppet was ever at this location though.
FNAF 2.
Yeah, this isn't FNAF 2 though. Is this supposed to be FNAF 1? Oh yeah, you're right.
End of night cutscenes.
So I wonder if that's literally if those boxes are in a corner. The prize corner.
This has been driving me insane. Can anyone else see this? It looks like there's an orange thing right over there in the dark, and I can't tell.
The pizza.
It's a light glowing, right?
Oh, I see it. I seen it.
Yeah, like I'm not tweaking.
It might be a light switch.
Yeah,
Maybe it could be a light switch.
You mean the blinking light or something else?
No, it's something else.
It's like right there, like
you
right
got
above
old
my
man
hand.
eyes, Gibby. You got old man eyes.
Like one of my pointer fingers right above it.
Hang on.
I'm gonna maximize my Discord stream so I can see better.
Chat, you guys are on my phone. Don't worry.
On the angle you take. It's a rectangle.
Gibby, look
and
at
I can't tell what it is.
Can you see it there?
No, I see it.
I do see it.
There's a little
I will
orange.
open it in Photoshop.
It's an orange square.
Yeah, no, and it's been bothering. I'm so Unreal locking this later when I have my friend harass about it.
I'm putting it in Photoshop. I'll tell you guys if I find anything.
Fuck you now, Raven. Analyze the candy. Tip that bitch upside down.
The MCI location was the same as the FNAF 1 building. The puppet would have had to have been there.
Freddy Fudgeville. Is there lore in the calories?
Check the ingredients. Check the ingredients.
14 calories.
Total
250 calories.
Is it 14? 15 grams of fat! Oh!
Okay, so just so you know, I can't read this in VR. It's way too blurry, so you guys have to read this for me.
Alright, raise it a little higher. Bring the candy bar a little to the right. There's light refraction on the candy bar. Oh, it's working, okay. Sodium.
Big.
117.
I see potassium. 235.
Yo, 4 grams of protein. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, dude.
5 servings per container. God damn! You eating one square? Jesus. That's like 1,200 calories per chocolate bar.
All right, the rectangle. The rectangle is nothing. It's just the way that the light bounces off the checkerboard pattern in the shadows. It's probably just a misaligned texture.
Chat, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering, are they actually going to analyze every single candy bar? Yes.
Yes.
All right, give me. Oh shit, 1,500 calories.
Fast bar.
All right, what's on the back? Let's see the back. 100. Oh, I thought it was 150. Fuck. Okay.
180 calories.
Holy shit, the resolution on that is actually 0.
I think that's 1 gram of protein.
5 grams.
Oh my god.
Oh, he ate it. All right,
Nom.
Next candy bar.
Okay,
we already had this one. Fuck off. Sloppy Toppy?
Yeah.
There's nothing on this one either. Anything on you? No. Yep.
The Bonnie Bites.
Bonnie Bites.
250. Choking hazard. But it's candy.
Is this the exact same as the Freddy Fudge Bar? I think it is.
It's because they're both MCI victims, dude.
Alright,
what about
no,
meat
it's because
bites?
they're gay for each other. You gotta think about it.
I may or may not have thrown the Freddy Fudge Bar over there to double check that.
Okay.
So,
104 people watching us look at candy bars.
Okay, meat bites. Pause.
160. 12 grams.
Is that 10 grams of protein?
That's pretty gas.
Bro, 10 grams of protein.
Hmm.
I guess.
Alright, there may not be lore inside of the calories.
No. Have faith.
Except for Chica.
Has anyone
11.
tried scanning the scan bars?
850.
Facts. Pick up one with a QR code. Pick up one with a QR code. I'm scanning this shit.
No, not a QR code, but the
No, there
the
was
scan
one.
bar.
There was one with a QR code. I swear to God.
Was there?
Yeah.
You're seeing the barcodes.
Yes, flip over those fucking fudge
the
bars and those
barcodes.
Bonnie Bites. I
Under
swear to
there.
God. I swear there's a QR code. Hey, Edward, we're analyzing candy bars.
Hey, I've been watching. I was thinking,
Do you have any
maybe I could
input?
just not join.
All right, whatever. Am I checking the UPC
Hang
on these?
Okay, it's not loading. Oh, there we go.
the checking T-Dreads.
Okay, we need to have a discussion.
Barcode.
How the fuck is Chica's bar 850 calories?
She's a big.
I know, what is
I'm
this
not
shit?
gonna finish that.
Lemon.
Okay, barcode
She's a
lookup.
what?
Here we go. Okay.
The second barcode.
What are the numbers? That's not a real number. That says Bonnie Bites. That's not how you fucking do that.
Okay,
I can't
hold on.
read this anyways.
They're fake.
No, hold on.
They're fake.
Lore. Bonnie Bites are a choking hazard, but the Chica one isn't. That's lore, dude.
Hold it up to the camera again. I'm gonna get a screenshot.
Bonnie
real
did
quick.
the bite of 87.
We gotta check
angle
inventory. Give me.
it slightly
Give me.
better.
Check inventory.
Angle it. Yes.
Angle it slightly better does not help. Where am I angling it?
Right there, you're
Upwards,
perfect. Right
slightly
there.
up. Oh,
Hold it.
Don't move it.
Hold
Don't.
it.
That's good.
Hold it.
Okay, I got it. I'll let you know if I find anything.
This should better solve the entire lore. Okay.
All right,
Every time I join-
and I'm not going. I can't go over there because that's where my bed is. I'm
Barcode
gonna trip
theory?
over my bed.
Every time I join a stream, it's a countdown till I'm actually taking my headphones off because everyone's screaming so loudly.
Wait, is there a visible barrier over there? Hold on.
Hold it.
No,
There's a
Jungle
visible
Boy.
barrier in the doorway.
Jungle Boy, we can't check the UPC. By the way, there's 164 of you
Jungle Boy.
guys. Press like for algorithm, and type 14 for the algorithm. Do it
like
now.
the stream,
I
like
like
the stream, like the
algorithms.
stream, like the stream.
Don't you like algorithms? You should like it.
Okay, so now what am I doing?
Don't you like algorithms? Okay, so
Bonnie did the bite of 87 by choking Jeremy. What does that mean?
No, cook.
okay.
He lost his frontal lobe because he lost oxygen to his brain by choking, and then they had to cut it off.
Does the
Yeah.
Showtime button still do fucking nothing?
I'm pretty sure.
Cool. Okay, what I will say is that switch next that puts you in nightmare mode, that switch looks similar to like the type of shit Mexis is like made out of, like that time period of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's rusty as all hell.
Yeah, and it has two
How many
red
buttons
dots.
are on here?
One, two, and there's
Well, how many
something.
glowy bits? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dude, what are we doing?
What does this say on the back here? Hold on, wait. I need to make sure I don't like smash into something. Hold on.
Norman bedroom. What is he doing? Oh shit!
What's that say? What's that say?
CRL Electronics. CRL Electrics. Yeah,
Y'all think
CRL.
I'm crazy.
Is that a stock asset?
Hold on. I'm going in. I'm going into
CRL Electric. No, he's dead. No. Afton got him. What the fuck is CRL? Chat, look that up. Look up CRL Electrics. The fuck
Yeah, it is CRL.
Y'all think I'm crazy. There's 5
There's
knobs,
nothing
the
that I can
MPI.
see.
CRL Electric Corporation, serving customers
CRL.
in the tri-state area and surrounding areas
Holy shit,
for over
Doofenshmirtz.
30 years of experience.
Doofenshmirtz is Afton. My dogs are going crazy
Evil
again.
Incorporated.
Where the evil is not debated. All right, and this
Well,
is
no,
Datasaur.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that's a stock asset because
Definitely.
oh shit, someone gifted a sub. I think. Oh no, it was Jungle Boy. He gave me $2. Candy bar theory will solve Midnight Motorist.
Yeah.
So, now what do I
Has
do?
the puppet prevented a single death? Absolutely not.
We can dream. We got 50 likes, by the way, for me saying
I don't
you like
appreciate
algorithms.
the puppet slander, right? I don't appreciate this. Try his best.
Okay. All right, put your head inside the computer. Go. He fucking warmed up for it. All right, what's in here?
There's a tube.
There's a
team cap. And stock assets.
Why did he like put his whole body into it, bro?
He's muffled because he's in the TV.
He like as I picture it, he leaned back slightly and then rammed himself forward. Oh my god.
He was charging up a smash
Should I put my head in this one too?
Yes.
Hold on, let me get on I need to get on my knees for this. Hold on.
Hey, yo.
That's what she said.
Hey,
yo.
pause.
Oh shit, it's dirty. Someone puked. Someone puked. Look to the right. Someone puked. You see it?
What did you eat, child?
What's it smell like?
Does it smell like oranges? Is it high C?
It smells like T-Dread's armpit.
Oh, so pretty good then.
Alright, we got one more thing to stick my head into.
Alright. That's what she said.
Oh boy, I love hearing that.
What the fuck is going on? This is the best stream
we're
ever.
like 20 minutes in, and
there's no way.
Daryl Raven has given 3 different inanimate objects head, by the way. Can we talk about it?
Wait a minute. There's another thing I need to stick my head into.
He's giving head to inanimate objects. This is the 4th one.
Good lord.
We just wait till number 14.
Jesus.
Wait, do we think the purple one would have anything in it because it's purple?
Reach.
Yes, do it.
Do it.
It's got a little figure of Afton in it.
Now, I think you're looking for excuses to give head to different objects.
Okay, wait,
objects.
Yeah, you know, guys.
Okay, I can't do that because I would be headbutting my wall. So.
Okay. All right, Nero. I give you permission to move somewhere else.
Go to the prize counter.
Wow.
All right.
Wait, did you just start FNaF 3? Oh, sorry. I think I was like, what?
Okay,
how
what's
much
the
is
lore here?
All right,
I
how
was
much is
unable
the
to scan any candy barcodes.
the purple fan?
Oh, look.
How much is the purple fan?
They're selling the purple fan and the robot from the Triangle.
Yeah. How much?
1,000.
$1,000.
1,500. So 2,500. Who's number 25 in the UCN roster?
25 of the UCN roster.
Oh, shit, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
UCN roster. Who's 25?
So, okay. Can we first of all acknowledge that this is a VR game, right? Like we're already in universe a VR game.
Yes.
Which is also based on the original 4 games, at least.
Yes.
So stuff like Purple Fan and the robot and the toy being in a Freddy's prize counter doesn't necessarily mean anything because it could just be the in-universe game developers making a reference to
from the
FNaF
games.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also not real merchandise because we're not in a real location. We're still like in-universe. People are doing the same thing we're doing right now. So
Yes.
Well, it also could
It does
be
not
designed that way
mean-
by the developers.
It does not mean that Michael Afton won those toys from a Freddy's. They're based on the game, not the other way around. Yeah.
It also could be like, remember Security Breach, like in that the Pizzaplex in the novels, they make an entire separate identical version in like AR or in virtual reality.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask a stupid
So this could
question.
be that.
I'm gonna ask a stupid question, but it needs to be asked. What are the chances? Scale from 1 to 10. How likely is it that we are wearing a Vanny mask in this game?
Balloon Boy.
Okay. Then T-Dread says
Zero.
Balloon Boy.
0. Not in this one.
T-Dread's answer is Balloon Boy.
Not yet.
I don't know, because
We make it. Yeah, we make it at the end.
Are we?
Yeah.
We're Vanny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Vanessa.
Yeah,
come
so
on.
He's dead.
she could be. It depends on how you take the implications from the Curse of Dreadbear at the end, because she says, I made something, you might like it. And it's like when you put on the Vanny mask, right? So, in which case, we could imply that she made the Vanny mask, but then also we see that in Ruin, employees wear that same mask because it's on posters.
What the fuck is that?
This is this is what confused because there's actual text on it.
I see it. Wait, I seen it. I saw a sentence. There's a sentence it's legible.
It's split in half.
Spiced.
Okay, hold on, wait. Hold on, I got a screenshot. Oh, fuck, hold on. That's the wrong thing. One sec.
Piled? It says piled. It says piled. Piled. The blob. Oh.
Is this it? Yeah, I can't make
It says
anything else out of this.
filed.
Oh, I thought it said
In the side chat.
He's
There's
giving
a
it head
screenshot in
again.
the side chat.
He's giving it head
Narrow
again.
the goat. the
throat
goat.
Bro, is the throat goat, bro. Y'all see this motherfucker?
There's an address.
He got that narrow raven. He got...
Okay, you unwithered. I'm gonna find you.
Okay, this is not legible.
No, it's clearly an address. It says filed, some sort of logo.
Chat A upscale.
What are the chances it's one of the legal forms from FNaF 6?
Let's see the Funtime Freddy. Let's see the Funtime Freddy
figurine.
Or the figurine. Oh, he's missing Bonbon.
Why did he grab it so aggressive?
Yeah.
He's like, come here.
He has a grudge against this fucking thing.
Why is he missing Bonbon? It's very strange that he's missing Bonbon.
Does he have Bonbon in the Night Terrors mode?
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's... Oh.
But Bonbon's detached from him, though.
I have to assume Bonbon is a separate thing that Narrow Raven's lazy ass hasn't unlocked.
What about the...
You jumped that fucking thing.
Holy shit.
Okay, let's go
over...
What
about the Funtime Freddy plush?
Oh, it's Helpy, isn't it? Get Helpy, the little Helpy plush.
Sorry, Helpy. Yeah. They're identical, so
what the fuck? Oh shit, it's got a speaker in it. Does Freddy have a speaker?
Yeah, that's what I was...
No.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
You're so loud that you cut out. Discord was like, nope.
His mic compressed it.
Bro, he's so plump.
Yo.
Alright, what are we looking at next?
Nightmare Own.
Yeah. So this is obviously Nightmare Own, but in universe must be based off of FNaF 6, right?
Well, no, because Nightmare Own is in this game. Nightmare Own is in this game.
Who farted on him? You see that? Let's turn him around. Someone farted on him.
Nightmare Own is from FNaF 4.
Yeah, sorry, FNaF 4, not UCN. But
Nightmare Own is in this game, which is interesting.
Does UCN exist as an in-universe game? Do we know that? Probably not.
I don't know.
All
I know is that
there's only 3.
All I know is that one of the Night Terrors does have Nightmare Own in it in this game, and it's unsettling as hell because he makes these like weird, like squishy noises, and he has a bunch of tentacles.
Why do we think that it's only 1 to 3? Is that because Steve Snodgrass said that he only made them? It feels so weird.
Apparently he was working on a 4th. The thing is, he was working on a 4th allegedly, so it's like reasonable to assume that he made more after that.
Well,
the robots
died, right?
The robots.
Yeah, but he died.
What, in Help Wanted?
How many teeth does he have?
In the Tale story. He doesn't die in the Tale story?
4, 5, 6, 7.
He gives into the hallucination and keeps living in the fake reality. Which I think means he keeps making games. Realistically speaking, I think it's fair to assume that he never stop making games.
Can you
so we know that 1 to 3 exist. 4 was in production apparently, so I imagine that was done as well. I would not be surprised if more.
This is not fucking purple. This is navy blue.
That story was written because of this game. Like this game was held back by realistic expectations of what could get done in the time for the game to come out. So they made the first 3 and some demos for 4. And so then when they wrote the Help Wanted story, it was based around the real game.
All right, narrow. Analyze all the toys. Like, wait, what is that fucking white ball of cum? And go back.
It's a balloon.
Oh.
It's a balloon.
Where is that white?
Yeah, Absolute Guardian says that Steve's killed by his robot wife. So.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say.
No way that's how, hang on, let me go back. I'm reading the end of that story.
Look at all the things on the shelves. Let's look at all the shit on the shelves. Starting at the top left.
So I'm opening this fucking story right now.
That's weird. PDF? They're like selling out of Purple Fans. Everything else is fully stocked. But
where's my legally obtained PDF?
Wait, I guess they only have 2 Chicas. Where did that
Purple Fan go?
They only have 2 Chicas, I guess.
And 2 Freddys.
That Purple Fan is in the FNaF 4 bedroom.
Yes,
1,
the robot
2,
as
3,
well.
4, 5,
and the
6.
toy phone as well.
Oh yeah, there's 2 of each. Look at the other side. Are there 2 Bonnies?
Except for the phone.
There's 3 Bonnies. Oh my god.
Oh wait,
never mind. He does get killed.
So we've got 3, 2, 2, 3, 2.
Did anyone try to make a code?
Yeah, Freddy. Wait.
Yeah, sure.
You know
a code on the
Freddy,
prices.
Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, but you have one singular Freddy just sitting there for some reason.
Do you think anyone tried to make a code out of the prices? It's like we're giving a code out of
Wow.
prices.
1, 2, 2.
Would you like multiply the prices by the number of things in front of it, maybe?
On the shelf, maybe.
Wait, what
Yeah.
are we multiplying?
2,000.
I'm saying, did no one ever?
anything.
Yeah.
1,500.
No,
I
it'll lead to
feel
the
like
crying
What does it
child's
tell
real
us
name.
though? I don't know.
How many gumballs are in that case? I think that's important lore.
Oh my god. Can we do like one of those? Oh wait, what's
What's
that looks like
that?
this at the bottom. Oh no, it's
Wait,
it's a
textures.
PNG of more. It's a
Oh,
PNG
it's
of more
it's an
gumballs to make
artifact
it
of
look deeper. That's
Stop
so
giving
funny.
head to
It's
the
make
gumball
it
machine.
deeper
Bro.
than
Out of your mouth.
Yo, did y'all hear the noise he just made?
Yeah, he made that hawk to a.
They've got really tiny versions of the plushies, which is so cool. Wait, it's the
the
FNAF 4 toy.
It's the Mangle toy!
It's the FNAF 4 Mangle toy.
Wait, she has both eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does she usually have both eyes? I don't think so, right?
No.
She's
This
both eyes and
proves-
the one
and the other one.
Endo has pink eyelids.
This proves
That's
that
weird.
this proves that it's Scott Conn. That it's different. The games aren't really the games.
The games are not canon to the games.
I don't know
Alright.
why. I just love throwing them.
Raven, get on a step stool and stick your head in that TV up there.
You know, the sad thing is I could actually do that.
Chat,
There's no way you can
Mangle.
press 14 if you should do it.
Wait.
Why does Nightmare Mangle have the opposite eyes missing to regular Mangle?
Is everyone spamming
Really?
14?
No, I
Yeah.
have like
Hold on,
I have like
wait, show us Nightmare Mangle.
I have
real
like
quick.
20 seconds delay.
Yeah, Nightmare Mangle has both the opposite eyes. Like the Mangle head is the opposite
Where are
eye,
you
and the
seeing
head
Nightmare
is like-
Mangle? Are you just looking?
Sorry,
at
I'm just
the
looking. I just
video?
looked up I just looked up Mangle toy in FNAF 4,
Oh,
and then I looked up. I saw Nightmare Mangle on the same screen, and it's
Oh,
got
shit.
the opposite broken eyes.
Nero just became a basketball player. All right, go.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh! Look at
Hold on,
Philium Co.
hold on, wait.
Philium Co. TV.
Philium!
Well,
Yeah,
have to walk
I
into my
pointed this
closet.
out in a
Hold on.
previous stream.
I have to walk into my closet.
Someone
Give me
was saying
just a
that's the
second.
same brand as in other FNAF things. There's nothing in the TV.
Absolutely
He's
nothing
giving the
inside of it.
television phone.
Okay, I'm closing my closet again.
Dude,
Hold on.
they made the power
we
symbol
all-
upside
we all
down.
give
Are we
a round
seeing
of
this?
applause.
Nero.
Can we all
Hang
give
on,
a round of
appreciate
applause
that-
to Nero Raven for finally coming out of the closet live
Yeah,
on stream?
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
all just
I hate
congratulations.
He
each
did
and
it.
every si-
He did it by
I hate
giving
every
him
single one of you.
and stuff.
Hold on, wait,
Wait, no,
wait,
no.
let me turn noise suppression off for this. Let me noise.
Oh my
Congratulations.
Yay.
God. No, I liked it better when you were LeBron's height.
Hey, you just wrote that thing? He just throated Mangle. He's a monster fucker. You see this?
Stop throating Mangle.
Oh my god.
Did he just
I think he
die?
just died.
Yay.
He's suffocating.
Yes.
Wait.
What?
What's your favorite
Okay,
pizza?
Andrew
that's
Pizza.
That's good.
Andrew Pizza.
Andrew.
What's your favorite pizza? Andrew.
Put your hand in the TV.
Go and get
Yeah,
inside
give
of it.
Dome to the TV.
Nothing
Persona
was ever
4.
proven in a
Look
court
under
of
the
law.
table. Look under the table and up. Look under the table. Yeah.
I'm
Not even any
trying.
gum.
I see.
I was going to say
artifact.
there should be gum on the table.
All right, we can return to the menu.
Yeah, what's restart versus return to menu?
Restart is the fucking screen again, isn't it? What the fuck?
that's-
Oh, yeah.
There was a new fact. Oh, this is so you can farm all the messages.
Yeah. Well, I'm
That's cool.
guessing that if you died in a mini game, it would bring you back to the start of the menu.
Oh, yeah.
Who was
You're
a
gonna
fan?
start
Wait,
making-
wait.
Wait, is that the FNAF 4 ceiling?
Yeah.
Are we sure? That's on the ceiling of FNAF 4 or no?
You know,
No.
I have to ask this. Do we all agree that we're playing as Vanessa?
Yeah.
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 Do we ever find out what Vanessa's favorite cake is?
Andrew Cake.
Oh, we
From
do.
the AR
In one of the
Carrot
AR
cake. It's
emails,
carrot
yeah.
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, carrot cake. Wait, no, I'm so
Vanessa
stupid.
likes
I'm so
carrot
dumb.
cake?
That's Cassie. I'm actually brain dead.
I was gonna say, wait, Vanessa likes carrot cake? Is that Cassie?
Okay.
So what is Vanessa's favorite cake?
Hang on,
Torchicas.
Yeah. Birthday.
We're digging. The answer to all the lore is in the cake.
Well, because in Pizza Party, it specifically asks you what flavor cake do you want.
Chat is saying Elizabeth Afton is 14 letters. Holy mid.
Bunny-shaped cake is her favorite.
A bunny-shaped.
Bunny-shaped. Like some sort of glitch.
So we don't get a. Do we get a flavor or no?
No, everyone else is a flavor: chocolate, pineapple, red velvet, chocolate, vegan chocolate, bunny-shaped. Yep.
I guess just keep restarting and we'll see how many of these things we can get.
There's a bunch of them. You can look them up.
That's a lie.
Everyone loves Fazbear Entertainment. Me when I fucking lie.
Well, the game is in-universe propaganda.
Holy repeat. What are the odds?
Yeah, already.
So clearly it's Mr. Trap, Mr. Mimic over here.
Mr. Trap.
Do you trust me?
Trap is nuts.
William's a trap.
It's weird
What
that it
is
was...
that?
What? He's tweaking out.
I'm not the only one who heard that.
I probably you are. He's already tweaking. Oh shit! What happened? He jittered. Someone's walking up to him in real life with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Cassidy Andrews also has 14 letters.
Okay, we're getting a bunch of repeats now.
We can just look these all up.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're getting the repeats. Okay, just go back to the menu, I guess.
Wait, do we know of a favorite pizza of Vanessa's?
Andrew
Pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it.
Alright, get back to that menu.
Dad, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm
Squeaking Raven.
Aha! The leader.
Me what I'm mimicking.
Follow me.
You will bring me what I want. This line will not be in the game.
Who is that? Was that supposed to be Scrap Trap? Was gonna, or
I think it was mimicking mimics.
I think that Steel Wool didn't know what Scott's plan was, and they threw nonsense in the trailer.
Whoever said Cassie's eventual spirit mods kills family. All right.
I got it.
Mods.
Alright, someone guide me to my computer.
What'd you say?
Someone guide me to my computer so I can ban him.
Alright, let me hack
Another scan code on the table. Can you pick whatever that is?
Oh, this is more of a meta theory, but what if the trailer for Security Breach is more about what Steel Wolf thought Security Breach was supposed to be? And then by the time the game came out, Scott corrected them, but we could take from that trailer that's like, oh, Steel Wolf thought Security Breach was about Afton like commanding Vanessa to bring him stuff or whatever, I guess to fix him, maybe?
All right, do we go to the Dreadbear lobby, or is that a separate video, do you think?
Dreadbear? No, I think we saved Dreadbear for later.
Okay.
I think Dreadbear, like, DLC is its own separate thing entirely.
Theory Chum. That's the TV Glitchtrap talks to Jeremiah in the end of Prankster. The mimic is planned all along.
Do we want to get started on, like, night one and all that?
Yeah, I think we could. I think we jumped on night one of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, let me go get my chair because my legs are dying.
Okay.
Is it possible to listen to the Tape Girl stuff, or did you?
I don't think he has all of them yet.
I don't have all of them. I have a decent amount of them though.
Can we replay the first one before we start the first level? Because you find that like over here, right?
Yeah, it's not actually the first one. It's a lie, but.
Oh look,
yeah, they're in like a different order.
So we listen.
Yeah, listen to tape one.
Listen to her fucking list.
Hello?
Sorry.
Can you hear me? Don't exit this room, okay? This isn't a mistake. This room isn't a mistake. I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay files, in a place that only a beta tester would look, and in a place where the files could be protected. I just really, really hope that the next development team finds this before the game is released to the public. This game has some kind of malicious code in it that we haven't been able to fully contain or even understand for that matter. We're over budget and out of time. But that's not the reason that we're shutting down. Listen, I have to keep this short so the file size will be small enough to fly under the radar. There are more. They may not be in order.
All right, Narrow, stay in here for a bit. Stay in here for like another 40 seconds or something. Okay, okay. I was making sure. So when it goes hello, can you hear me? I thought it was only doing that while you were playing tape 1. But
Dude,
yeah. It's
Yeah.
okay. A little bit of lag spike there, which should be good though.
I do want to say that this room reminds me of like spirit orbs when I look up.
Why is it snowing?
Yeah, why do we have like a starry scape up there?
Just dust.
Like it almost reminds me of either like remnant or like spirit orbs, but it's definitely dust.
Tape Girls Vanessa? I think y'all are tweaking, but that's okay.
No, Tape Girl's absolutely not Vanessa.
They sound so similar. Actually, never mind. Vanessa at the end of this game has a different voice actress, so than in SB. Alright, you can go get a chair.
So now what do I do?
We'll allow you to get a chair.
I already have my chair.
Oh, okay. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Here we come. I hope you get jump scared 20 times.
You're doing a great job, and no doubt having a great time as well. As a reminder, please be sure to only interact with core gameplay elements and avoid anything that could potentially be considered a glitch, mistake, or embedded message from unauthorized personnel.
Weird that it's like on Tape Girl's side. Or it's telling you not to, it's telling you not to collect the tapes. Alright, here we go.
I guess it's because they can't take it out at this point. Pause.
Do I have to, Holy T-Dreads?
Have to what?
Play FNaF 1? Yes.
To?
Okay.
Why is it just a
There's a fire extinguisher because we're Michael Afton! I hope you die in a
Bro, how have you already used 4% power? You're standing still.
Okay, so someone in chat said that this is more crowded than in actual FNaF 1. There's like more shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like, what are those? What's under those? Are those like VHS players? What is that shit?
Yeah. What? Like right above the timer? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
right above the
security
timer.
cameras will save their data to tapes, and they're usually smaller or larger based on like what they are.
Yeah.
So those are probably different tape decks for actually storing the security camera's feed.
Wait, is that the puppet?
Which is how they would.
Oh no, it's a kid. It's a kid. Never mind. I almost fucking shit my pants. The next to
the puppet is at
with
this
white face.
location. That's kind of confirmed.
Okay. All right. Raven, look under the desk. Look around under the desk. I can't see fucking anything.
Fire extinguisher and a speaker.
Okay.
Sheikah and Bonnie are on the way, by the way.
The fire extinguisher is interesting. Was your favorite ride of the carousel? Influence victim? Influence victim was your favorite ride of the carousel? Alright. I thought Unwither would bust in his pants at that, but he didn't.
Unwither, are you here? Oh, he's
muted. Fucking was muted. What? Well, I don't know when I muted.
Did you bust in your pants?
Sorry. What?
Okay, have you had anything? Have you had anything to say about like Tape Girl? Because I think you were muted for that.
No, not about. Oh my god, I was muted for that whole time. Yeah, no, I didn't have anything to say about Tape Girl.
Yeah, what about the FNaF 1 office so far?
Yeah, I was gonna say something. T-Dreads, you completely threw me off. What did you say? I have no idea where that came from.
Aha! Wait, Secret of the Mimic.
Oh.
Secret of the Mimic.
I just thought it was. Funny the idea that Michael having a fire extinguisher under his desk implies that everywhere he goes, fires just spontaneously erupt everywhere he walks.
It would also imply that he's not trying to start them, because you'd only have that if you're trying to put them out.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see if there's one in FNaF 2 anywhere, because that would further imply like Mike Fritz.
Oh, there goes my lav mic.
Oh yes.
So we'll have to see if there's a fire extinguisher anywhere in the FNaF 2 nights. That could be Mike Fritz like help.
That's true. Turn on them lights.
I see him. Yo, Block. What are you doing? You're just letting him do that, bro?
No, she's going to the camera beside your door.
Yeah. Do they literally stand there? Will they literally stand outside it if they're?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna wait.
Because like they walk past the first time and then they come back.
I said, you know that they play a carousel song and they go da 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 da, and I was like, what if that's Influence Victim favorite ride is the carousel? And he says now the animatronics are playing the carousel.
Oh,
so that's why I asked if you busted in your pants.
Sorry, I was confused. I think I got thrown off because I was like,
Yo,
no
you hit that with sass. You hit that button with some sass.
Dude, I don't even feel like dealing with him right now, man. I'm so sick of this. I know he's there, by the way. Watch this.
Oh.
Oh, he's not. Man, I'm stupid.
Bro's lagging.
Also, why does this just like not do anything?
That's the secret Afton VHS.
Like, it's the only one that's on, but it completely removes the screen to let you see inside of it.
All right, I'm guessing none of those. I'm guessing none of those papers are legible. Oh shit, he's LeBron again.
Yeah, the papers aren't.
He's LeBron again.
LeBron.
Where's my chair? Okay,
wait, look on top of the lockers. Look on top of the lockers. No, LeBron.
Nothing.
Let's see. Sill? The fuck? Huh.
No, it's this. It's upside down.
Oh, okay.
Those drawings in the back, are those the same ones that are in FNaF 1?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the same ones, yeah.
They are.
Okay, just making
My
sure.
fun day, yeah.
Can you boop Freddy's nose?
He did. He did a few times. Hi, Chica.
There are not 14 lockers, unfortunately.
You just.
You don't have to close that yet, by the way, Nero.
There
I'm at
aren't
5
14
a.m. I can
lockers.
waste my power.
Yeah, I guess.
That's not one. You should be fine. Oh.
Fazbear's just complying with the city fire code? No, it's Michael. Lies.
It's Michael.
They don't comply for anything, bro. They put bodies in the dumpster.
It's just interesting because there's no fire extinguisher in FNaF 1, so it's just interesting
Yeah, it's
to
an
add
addition.
one.
Yeah.
Wait, you can use this to see if bodies at the door. Yo, strategy!
Holy optimal speedrunner.
Scott Coffin, fix your game.
Lockers, cupcakes. Are we playing as Chica?
Now things do change between nights, right?
No, it's FNaF 1.
You opened that so quickly.
The Foxy Cove cooler.
Foxy Cove. It's
Hold on,
not
wait,
called
check the ingredients.
Foxy
Check the
Cove.
ingredients. Oh my
He
god,
already
you're
ate
so
the entire
fat.
bottle.
It is not. It is
I was
not.
hungry, okay?
Wait, how many stars
That's
are
a
hanging from
drink.
the ceiling? How many stars are hanging?
Start counting.
1, 2, 3,
7,
4, 5, 6,
24,
7, 8, 9,
16,
10, 11, 12,
92,
13.
104,
Oh, more than 14.
6, 97, 14, Scott Cawthon,
Greatest writer
89.
on earth.
36, Cryo, can you shut up? Yeah, but no, literally nothing changes in the office. Like, there's the hard mode version, but nothing changes except the doors randomly close and open and the lights turn on randomly. And it's
Isn't it all in black and white in Night 5?
Yeah, it's all in black and white too, yeah.
Do we know the cupcake trick? No, I know it jump scares you sometimes.
Oh, and the only animatronic that looks different is Foxy.
Why are there just
different?
why are there just
Yeah, why does it look-
three? Why are there three fucking balls on that curtain?
Wait, why does he look different?
Why are there just three
On
balls
that
on the
side?
curtain? What is that?
I think that's where the
different
animatronics
stage
Spotlights. It's the stage lights inverted.
Okay, yeah, it's just fucking
narrow.
Stage lights.
Narrow. What do you mean by Foxy looks different in Night 5? Like, what's different about
He's
him?
the only one that has a dark variant. The other ones are just. I have an idea on how to do this. Watch this. I have an idea on how to do this. Watch this.
He's gonna lean out the door. He's gonna lean out the door.
Oh my god.
Weird. What is that texture?
Yeah, that is
That's
a weird texture.
that's just fire mode texture, but the other animatronics don't have that.
Why is it?
Wait,
why is it?
The buttons are bigger. The wires are bigger.
Yeah.
Why is it that it's black and white as well?
Yeah. Go back. The entire thing's black and white. The entire
Yeah.
The entire level.
Yeah, but here I'll show you. Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy are all just normal.
It's Nightmare
And there's
Cupcake.
Yeah.
What?
So for some reason, only Cupcake and Foxy are different.
And it's
That's
night five
that's
of FNaF
nightmare.
1.
That's nightmare cupcake.
Yeah.
Wait, so that's night 5 of FNaF 1? Just regular?
Yeah.
Night 5?
Yeah, but what's weird is
Look,
Foxy's
now he's
only different in their
fine.
jump
Now
scares.
he's fine.
Yeah.
Have you seen the jump scares for the other animatronics?
Yes, they're all normal.
That's strange that it's black
Foxy's
and
the
white.
only one that changes. Here, we can chill and just wait.
It's because
Yeah, one of them will come eventually.
It's because Golden Freddy influenced it. So that his brother's animatronic is evil.
Golden Freddy isn't in this game at all, right?
No, because they're doing some Golden Freddy erasure, bro.
Yeah.
They're Andrew Truthers.
Which implies that it implies that Nightmare Fredbear is not Golden Freddy.
The audio's cutting again. I've never had this problem. What is going on? Well, hopefully it fixes itself.
Oh,
yeah, they're normal, yeah.
Normal. What did you just say? What the fuck?
What are we doing? No, they're different. They're different. Look at all of them. Look at all of them.
Yeah, he was definitely different.
That was Beacon Bonnie. That wasn't hard mode Bonnie. That was Beacon Bonnie.
Well, hold the fuck up. What do you mean Beacon Bonnie?
What do you mean Beacon Bonnie? Some AR shit.
Do you know the AR animatronics, you fucking nerd?
Oh no, actually, he only appears in this game. He's also the animatronic that jump scares you if you walk into Endo 1 in Funtime Foxy's hard mode level.
Didn't you and Crashmaster have like some theory about like him being something to do with like molten MCI? But
that Bonnie was excluded from the animatronics that were melted. Because he's just because there's an Endo 1 roaming around in the animatronic that jump scares you.
So they're all different in their jump scares. That's interesting. And they're deliberately paired with Nightmare Cupcake.
Yeah, no, that's Beacon Bonnie because there's that big scrape on his.
Let's do a little science, okay? Let Freddy run your pockets. Let Freddy run your pockets, and we'll see if he is Blacklight Freddy.
All right, well, this is going to...
Shut the doors and the lights.
Actually, how do you even know if...
animatronic can then jump scare you?
I was going to say, how do you even know if Freddy's going to jump scare you?
Turn off all the...
He just gets to the door and he just stands there all night until he kills you or until you run out of power.
All right, hopefully he does that.
That is what he does in FNaF 1 as well.
You know what? I'll let you kill me.
Yeah, let her run your pockets.
Run mine pockets, Chica.
Run my pockets. Everyone brace. Brace for impact. Brace for Toy Chica get.
I want to slap her jaw for some reason.
I want to slap something else.
Oh my god. You
I don't know why that jaw looks very high-fiveable.
Oh, here it comes. Weird. FNaF 3 eyes. FNaF 3 eyes. Springtrap eyes.
Nonsense.
She had the same eyes as Bonnie did.
Oh, we got a new follower. I don't know who it is though, because I'm too scared to tab out. But thanks. All right.
I'll find it.
So those were Springtrap's eyes from FNaF 3. Did anyone see that?
No.
Yes.
No, they weren't.
Oh, okay, no, they weren't the same, but like I get what you mean.
Bonnie has the same stream. I'll see it in like a minute.
Okay, wait. I'll look. If it is, we'll all call Narraven a big idiot. I'm analyzing.
I'm down.
T-Dreads, I know where you live.
True.
I think he actually does.
I know where I live too. It's not. You're not special.
Can I know?
Oh no, they're not. I'm a liar. They're not Springtrap size.
Yeah,
everyone call T-Dreads a big idiot.
No one comes to my house.
Big idiot. You big idiot.
All right, now we just gotta wait for Freddy to
it was Super Orlock. Thank you, Super Orlock. All right, now we gotta try to get Freddy to run our fade.
Help Tua wanted on that thing. What?
Help wanted Tua?
Isn't it weird that for some reason Cupcake's like just floating too?
He looks like a Canadian South Park character.
That's so messed up, bro, and I know exactly what you're referencing to. Oh, fun fact, the strategy you can use if you can't see very well, you can throw the cupcake out there, and then you'll see the candle of Chica standing there, the candle will be gone.
Ooh, that was cool.
Whoa.
We got another subscriber.
Crazy
subscribing.
I learned that one from DJ Sturf. Are you proud of me?
No.
You did what?
Because you look stupid.
Is that Freddy?
That's Foxy.
Yeah, that's
Foxy.
Foxy.
What the fuck is happening?
Foxy's smacking the door. That's what he does.
Yeah, Foxy's just existing.
Cool.
Do you not know that he does that?
No, I've never played this game.
He does that in regular FNaF 1 too, I'm pretty sure.
No, I know, but it's just the way it's done in this is cool. Is what I meant. Like it was like quite powerful. In the first game, it was just like knock, knock, knock. But that's when it felt like something.
Oh yeah, you can also turn off the fan in this as well. By the way, I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's cool.
Wait, Freddy's gonna run his fade soon. Freddy's gonna run his fade.
I think the yeah, okay. Yep, Freddy's there.
Incoming fade.
Come here, buddy.
Let's see.
Just start pressing the lights. Make sure no one else kills you.
Well, the door behind me closed.
It might open.
Incoming fade.
Check
Ready?
the lights. Oh, I think. No, you have to get off that camera. You'll stall him at that camera if you want to.
Oh no, it's Chica.
Freddy at the corner. Freddy in the corner looks silly in this game. Why does he look so funny?
Okay, now he's out your door. If you check the lights, he's out there now.
Here he comes. Let's see if he's Blacklight Freddy.
Safe. I'm gonna play it safe. I would get rid of Big Bird.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Chat, we're waiting to see if it's Blacklight Freddy. Come fuck us, Freddy.
You look stupid.
Excuse me?
Put it in us.
Oh, I was gonna poop your nose.
He's not Blacklight Freddy. He was like all like carpety. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So that's an entirely new Freddy. That's an entirely new Freddy. Weird.
He was carpety? What
yeah,
can he be
look,
carpety?
look. He doesn't have a texture.
We gotta check the stream playback.
No, I swear on like my entire penis.
On all of it?
He ain't swearing on much right now,
by the way. 2 inches.
All 4, I was just gonna say, that means nothing.
Thanks, Silverhand, for subscribing.
That shit means nothing to me, man.
Cryo, why'd you say it like you meant?
Why you think?
But no, that's just a really weird looking version of his parts and service mode where he's completely blacked out. I don't have it done yet, but yeah.
So you think it is Blacklight Freddy because you're a lying monster?
There is no Blacklight Freddy in this game.
I put the screenshot in the side chat, by the way.
Yeah,
holy lag. That was ass.
So the Blacklight Freddy in this game mode is just Shadow Freddy.
That. Okay. Well, I thought it was a different Freddy, so I don't like you anymore.
Wait, why are its eyes glowing like that?
I don't. That's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, it wasn't doing that for for Chica or Bonnie.
So that
the
seems
reason
like that
why,
might be a different
so
Freddy.
Bonnie is his Blacklight version, Chica's the Blacklight version, Foxy's the Blacklight version, and Freddy's still the Blacklight version. Just Freddy's Blacklight version is Shadow Freddy, and Foxy's Blacklight version is that Flame version.
Grim.
Except he looked like
they're all their Blacklight versions.
So yeah, so they're hard mode versions.
That's weird.
It's just harder to see because the only one that looks different is
What about in
Foxy.
What about in FNaF 2? Do they look any different in FNaF 2 in the jump screen?
No, I know they're the same.
Oh, there's a Withered mod. They added Withereds, that's right.
Wait, what is Withered to me?
They added the Withereds. They were in the base game.
Yeah, they added Withereds later, but you don't face off against the Withereds in night 1 through 5, so they can keep
Wait,
it fair
that's
for
stupid
the
as
people who
fuck.
played originally. Yeah, no, there used to be just a FNaF 1 Foxy's model in the hallway.
Wait, that's stupid as shit.
That's why some of the stuff in this game feels weird to talk about, because I know there was so many like decisions made that were because of time pressure, and this was before Scott realized that he should tell who he's talking to the story of what he wants to make.
All right, FNaF 2
So,
night 1, go.
Can we trust even that like all these decisions are made because of actual gameplay or story reasons, or if it's just like, oh, we put Nightmare Cupcake in the office because we wanted something cool for night 5.
Find the fire extinguisher, Nero. Find the fire extinguisher. It's got to be here.
I'm working on it, T-Dreads.
Mike Fritz. Mike Fritz.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job.
No fire extinguisher.
No. Make yourself LeBron.
It's because you're not Mike.
It must be here.
Yeah, wait. You have to check. You have to check on night 5 because that'll be like the custom night. Oh, no, check Withered. That'll be the custom night.
Yeah, check Withered.
He's not.
Yeah, because he's Jeremy Fitzgerald.
right now.
And then when you're playing as Fritz Smith, then there'll be a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
That'll be the
And as we all know,
He's gone.
Jeremy Fitzgerald is William Afton, so.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
are there drawings in FNaF 2?
No, they're not
Yes.
there. They are there? I could
No,
have
there
sworn
are
they weren't
drawings.
there.
I don't know if they're there, but
No,
there
they're
are
not
drawings on the
there.
camera.
They're not there. By Withered
Yeah,
Bonnie.
they might not.
They're not. If they are, you can't see them on the camera.
Yeah, the only one I know you can see them on is Kids Cove. Bro, no, go back to the toys right now. We have to talk about how ugly these things
They
are.
look chopped as fuck, bro. The Roblox, actual Roblox.
Bro, Toy Freddy is the ugliest animatronic ever.
Chopped.
Bro,
That dude's the
he's
size
so
of 3
rotund.
animatronics.
Bro, why is he so rotund?
Oh yeah, check each of the cubbies behind you.
There's a Chica, there's a cupcake.
Freddy Bonnie Chica
It's Death Order! It's the Death Order!
Oh, I know what this is. Guys, you know what this is a reference to? The custom nights. You get a Freddy plush, a Bonnie plush, Chica plush, Foxy plush, microphone, a cupcake. That's what it's a reference to. It's a reference to the custom nights.
But no Golden Freddy. No Golden Freddy.
No Golden Freddy.
Interesting.
Because Cassidy isn't
has
real.
breached containment.
Cassidy don't mean shit no more.
Cassidy isn't real. Cassidy isn't even in the new timeline.
True. He wasn't
Alright,
any.
so I guess we go check the hard mode now.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. If there is a fire extinguisher, I'll pull up my cock on stream.
Swear right now.
On my life.
God.
Do not say that on your life.
Where is it?
Bro, Zarok, look harder.
Under the desk.
We might finally be able to get rid of this guy.
You're so excited.
No, it's gotta be somewhere.
We might finally be able to get rid of this guy.
Is it on top of the TV? Is it on top of the TV?
Flashlight.
The TV's in the back corner.
Hold on, I'm fixing my black
Wait, it's there!
light.
It's there!
No.
It's on the box on the floor. No, look on the floor. At your feet. And then look to the right by that box. Go down. The other side. No. That's the table leg. That's the table leg.
Bro, you're stupid as shit. You are dumb as fuck.
You might actually be stupid, bro.
Bro, you're dumb as fuck.
It was about to come out and smack you in the face. It was about to smack you all over your faces.
I was so worried.
Alright, well there you have it, chat.
You might be dumb.
Michael Afton is not in FNaF 2. Michael Afton is not in FNaF 2. There you have it.
I love that idea of just proving it with something you came up with as a reason.
That's all.
What are we checking?
No, you have to check Withered specifically, not Night 5, because Night 5 is still Jeremy Fitzgerald. You gotta think about it.
It's like my April Fools with the.
But this is Night 6 technically.
You don't know that?
I mean, you can't customize it.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck?
Yeah, they added this to make it so you can have it be super difficult to where it's essentially 1020 mode. You can have it to where it's like.
Okay, if you have it at 1020 mode, that's definitely custom night. Find that goddamn fire extinguisher, improve the lore. Oh my god, he put it on the baby bitch
he's a
difficulty.
pussy.
Baby
mode. I'll smack it on Cryo's forehead if we find it.
Wait, what?
God, someone slap a PNG on screen of a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, someone please Photoshop
check the
this in and make it
drawers.
look
Check the drawers.
Hold on, I'm currently running over my lav mic. Whatever. Hold on, I need. Oh, give me just a second. I need to.
You need to turn on the dev mode that you can fly around in.
Gamma. You need to put that
I'm
fucking
on
gamma.
PlayStation.
Oh no, he's dead.
Oh, because I was like,
we fucking killed him. We got him, boys.
Because I was like, why are we playing this in VR? Why are we not playing the
By the way,
flat
Chad,
mode?
if you just joined, you should like the stream.
Why aren't we playing the flat
then,
mode, actually?
I will have more money. Thanks.
Wait, why aren't we playing the flat mode?
Memes?
Oh,
You can give head to objects.
Yeah.
Raven insisted. Raven insisted.
No, Raven's living out his core fantasies.
Is he dead?
No,
Is he on
my
floor?
leg got ran over by my chair, and I need to fix it.
He hurt himself like that.
It looks like he's like lying on the floor, like twitching.
He's going Freddy. He got spring locked.
Oh my god.
14 Raven? 14 Raven?
Confirmed. Oh look, someone spilled something on the floor there. Out of a cup.
Oh no, how am I gonna fix this?
Is that bloodstain on the is that a bloodstain on
Bro, my nuggets are all soggy now. I took too long to eat them. No.
Your what are too soggy?
My nuggets. I took too long to eat my nuggets and now they're all soggy. It looks like Glitchtrap often. He stopped waving, by the way.
Yeah.
Glitchtrap stopped waving.
This is like the end screen of a game. This is like
posted,
a game over.
He's just posted up.
Fazbar.
Fazbar. This is cinematic, actually.
Net weight 2.8 ounces, 79 grams.
$79. A lot of them are 79 grams. Because that's when my name was the Mimic. Wait. Actually, facts. Wait, check if all of them are 79 grams.
1979.
Check if all of them are 79 grams, because then we'll know that Edwin made the Mimic. And it was difficult to put the piece together.
Well,
That's how we can confirm that.
Alright, name the segment. Alright,
If every, you know what?
I made the mimic.
You know what? I'll up my wager. If every single candy bar is 79 grams,
I'll take it. You're already at the most.
I'll spin it in a circle like a helicopter.
Teedra, you see, the thing is, I know how much you love that bag and chasing it. So I'm presuming you want to do this to start your new career as a non-safe for work Five Nights at Freddy's YouTuber.
The first of many.
You're starting a new trend is doing regular YouTube content but naked on stream.
I'll rename myself. Rename myself to. Why did he just moan?
He did.
I'm the live mic, so.
You're in Detroit. We can't hear you. Come back.
Yeah, bro. Detroit become narrow Raven. Get back here.
So how do I do this? Okay, you know what? I have an idea. I know how I can salvage this.
What did he do?
If Michael is associated with fire, then the FazFest thing is interesting.
Yes! I fixed it!
Okay, wait, Nero. Check all the serving sizes, because we think they might all be 79 grams or 83 grams. Check all the servings. Yo, he busted!
Bro, he busted from giving head.
He realized he might have to count something.
Alright, go.
I can't even read in this game because it's so damn blurry in here.
We can't, don't worry, we're really smart.
Are you, T-Dreads? You thought a table leg was a fire extinguisher.
It was. They retconned it. Okay, let me see.
They retconned it. Hold it up to the screen. Let me try to scan it one more time.
45 grams. Fuck, I'm a fraud.
Alright, immediately stop.
You're not real.
Okay, wait, no. But he was making Bonnie. But he was making Bonnie in 79. It's lore. Trust me.
Hang on. Was that not the same thing that was on the floor? Was that not a fast
No, that was a different one. We took Bonnie Bites. Yeah, pick up Bonnie Bites.
Okay.
Bonnie Bites was 79.
Okay. Now on the side.
A little higher, a little higher.
On the like flat side.
Oh, I saw it. It's on the top two. It's on the top two of this. On the
yeah, that's what I mean. The top of the bar, like the other like face of the rectangle.
Oh, you know what? All right, here. Let's do this. Let's see if the core 4 animatronics are 79. Check the Freddy Fudge bar. See if that's 79. Oh!
No. It's not. It's not all. Chica's gonna be different. Gonna be different.
Candy bar theory. Candy bar theory.
Because but Freddy and Bonnie are the exact same. Dude, Chica's like 850 calories. So we're just gonna be 79.
No, it's gotta be 79. Come on.
850.
No!
115. 15.
115 zombies.
Well, chat. It was worth a try.
We need to.
Wait.
It was worth a try.
115.
If this one's 79. Oh, come on!
Oh,
come on!
Okay,
3 out of 4.
Wait.
Wait, but Chica's different. Chica's eye is different.
Because she's a mediocre melody.
Chica's different. Remember, Chica's eye is different from the rest. No, do you remember in FNaF 3, her eyeball completely different?
the good ending.
So 3 of the animatronics. No, 3 of the animatronics are 79, and then Chica's 45. The fuck?
No.
Walt Disney made that shit.
You just shouting her eye at me.
Yeah, no. Go to FNaF 3. Look up Toy Chica eye socket balls.
What?
Eye socket balls.
No, I know exactly what he's talking about. The good ending of FNaF 3, where like all the animatronic heads.
Look up good ending. Good ending of FNaF 3.
Different design.
Why
actually, you might only be able to see it in the bad ending when the eyes are like illuminated, but on the inside of her eye.
No, yeah, fuck you guys. It's my headcanon. Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy were made in 79 by Edwin. FNaF VR proves it.
But isn't the story in the Mimic where he's making? Isn't the story that he's making Chica?
Shut up. That's not important right now.
And I think in one of the other Mimic storylines, they like find a Bonnie somewhere. They're like,
that's weird.
The trailer, there's a Bonnie.
Candy bar theory really did solve Midnight Motorist.
Is nobody noticing that there's just a sorry out of order sign specifically underneath here, but not over by?
Because it's Foxy's stage, you goob.
Bro, are you in the floor?
Oh,
it's Foxy's stage.
This is the main stage, you goob.
Oh, I lied.
This eye thing is interesting.
Yo, my stream's like 15 FPS, but it's worth.
Hang on, this eye thing is interesting that you've pointed me to in a different game.
Did you
the
never
little
notice
eyeball
that?
thing is no, I had noticed it, but I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh yeah. But it is interesting because it's a similar like circular indication as Springtrap has in his eye. It's like it's almost like there's like a spring lock eye that lets you look out of it. So people are saying that's why Chica's yellow. It's because she was actually intended to be one of the Springlock versions. Susie is first.
Who the fuck said Chica dropped the bombs because it's 45? You're insane.
No, that would imply Chica was born from the
115 grams. Chica was built by Richtofen. You got to think about it.
This is Chica's Party World. Chica's Party World was in 1945.
Chat, everyone just type candy bar theory in chat.
Yeah,
then we know that's real.
That's your next emote. That's your
my next emote has to be candy bar theory. 79. My name is Edwin.
My name is Edwin.
Chica's Party World too. Chica's Party World, the classic 1945 ball.
1945 video game.
Yeah, 1945.
People are saying it might have crashed.
I can't wait to get a 1945.
Are we cooked? Are we cooked?
All right. No one say anything funny. He crashed.
It's crashed.
We'll see.
No one say anything funny. Nobody be funny.
It's crashed.
It is crashed.
It has crashed. No, it's still live for me. It says I'm still live.
So
we're back. We're back.
Chica made
we're back.
For the war.
He's back.
We're back.
We're back.
Yo, my internet is. I literally downgraded my internet, but that's maybe what I needed. My internet was too good last time.
Wait. I was the first. I was made in 1945.
Yo, candy bar theory. All right, chat. Type candy bar theory. Dude, I'm telling you, it's
Candy
real.
bar theory. Candy bar theory.
No, that's going.
Wait,
that's gonna be
popular in 1945? Candy bars to send the troops overseas in
M&Ms.
air packages.
The whole thing. M&Ms.
Candy bar theory, chat. Yeah. Candy bar theory is real.
Candy bar theory. Candy bar theory. Candy bar theory.
Candy bar theory. It's gonna be on the next mega theory video.
Yeah.
All right. Are there any other candies themed around animatronics?
I don't think so.
Check the candies.
Bro, you have chat talking about the Chica Nazi theory. Why did you do this?
No.
So does anyone remember the FNaF 1 theory that the animatronics were built by German scientists?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat's
check
talking
L chips.
Check Element 115 is agony. Oh my god.
Element 115 is agony.
No way.
All my Black Ops zombies.
That's 115 as well.
This is also 115. By
Wait,
the way.
what if Chica, and it's the same calories? So Chica was at a Mexican restaurant with El Chip.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm cooking.
Wait. Chica theory is real though. That was a real thing.
But T-Dreads, you're not wrong because Funtime Chica was in a band with El Chip.
You mean Rockstar?
Yeah. Yeah,
Candy bar theory! Candy bar theory!
Wait, who else is in that band?
That was a Music Man, wasn't it?
Yeah, Music Man was the other one.
Yeah, Music Man.
There was only three on top. There was Funtime Chica, Music Man, and El Chip as Pop Pizzeria.
I don't think Music Man has candy in this game, does he?
No.
Damn.
The Music Man munch.
But he makes sweet beats. He makes sweet beats. Think about it.
Sweets.
Well, I mean, we could go into Help Wanted 2 and look at Music Man's nutrition
Do it.
pack.
Fuck it. If it's 115, I'm pulling it out. I'm pulling it out. If it's 115. I'm just saying. I'm pulling it out.
He's doing it.
Stop threatening to do that.
No, man. And I'll paint it to look like Chica's beak.
Oh, wait. Okay, so hang on. So in the store that you can buy Music Man, Funtime Chica, and El Chip, you can buy Lefty, the security puppet, and Orville Elephant, which are all seemingly early stage animatronics.
Yeah, so you said Candy Bar Theory was a fraud. You said Candy Bar Theory wasn't real, but it's true.
Lefty was also.
I want Scott to join the chat and just say like Candy Bar or something.
DJ Sturf, is Candy Bar Theory real? Come back.
DJ Sturf, is he here?
DJ Sturf, tell us what to think.
Someone in chat told us to move on from this. No, it's canon.
Never. Have you never watched a T-Dread?
Have you never watched a T-Dread stream? We do this shit all the time. We spent like 40 minutes looking at lockers. And guess what? We made the greatest theory ever from that. Alright, get that motherfucker candy.
We left the
my God,
DCI was spawned from
No,
like
don't spoil it.
3 hours of bullshitting.
Don't spoil it, Unwither. Let us come to our own creations.
Okay, wait. I think the only way we can do it is if we go to where do you mix? I think it's in the hard mode version, isn't it?
Chat's saying, dude really wants to whip it out at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
You're
like
trying to get it. You're like,
out.
okay. If Freddy is in the next Five Nights at Freddy's game, I'll whip it out. I'll do it.
I probably won't have to whip it out. Okay.
Actually, there's a chance that Freddy might not be in the next Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah, that's hey, that's a fountain drink, you liar.
The next show will begin in 5
Hold on.
Hold on.
I can't believe he's actually playing Help Wanted 2.
Quiet.
Yeah, that was a quick switchover. Fair
We're
play.
gonna find it.
There's no nutrition facts.
You said there was a candy.
Wait a minute. What about disappointment though?
Disappointment. Okay,
Move
move
it
it over
over,
to the
move it
left so we can see.
115. 115. Yeah, it's the same one. It's the same one.
Ooh.
They created disappointment.
I'm looking it up.
Where did 45 come from? What?
They created disappointment. Okay, so yeah, that was the same thing. That's cool that Chip and what's it called is the same one. They really didn't make any new candy for this game. Oh, that's cool. There's 3 Bonnie paper pals.
Well, actually, no. There's only one.
No, they're the original.
Oh, they're 2 Freddys. They're 2 Freddys.
Yeah,
the mimic.
2 Freddys.
The mimic is the mimic erasure.
Why are there 2 Freddys?
Mimic erasure. Wow, this stream is getting fucked with lag, but it's okay.
I do want to say, why is Shadow Bonnie missing his right eye for some reason?
Why aren't you?
He's lefty.
Yeah.
I mean, I could change that.
wait.
No. All right, go back to how wanted. How do they have no new
actually
candy?
really
Frauds, bro.
I really like the idea that Chica came from El Chips because it's like a Mexican restaurant, so she's Chica.
I do too. I actually think that's kind of
that's because Candy Bar Theory is real, pussy. All right.
And Posh Pizzeria and gives them all a reason to be a part of the same lineup.
I mean, it'd be kind of messed up that Chica would be coming from a Mexican restaurant considering chicken's a very popular meat in Mexican cuisine. Why is Chica's eye looking to the left?
Because she was looking at the candy bar. Because it's canon.
Yeah.
What is it you? Are you distracting her?
Hey, all I'm saying is we said I was the first, I've seen everything, and there's 45 on her candy bar and 79 on the rest of them. Which means that all the rest of them were made in 79, but Chica existed since 1945. So you can all suck upon it.
1945. Okay.
She was in a cartoon. She was a cartoon.
Fazbear's German.
Oh,
and
he was also built by Rick Coffin.
Kellen Goff was gonna do a voice
for German
German
Freddy,
Funtime Freddy.
Yeah. Well,
there's 14 party hats in the starting screen.
Edward Richtofen built all of the animatronics.
Richtofen. It all goes back to Richtofen.
It all goes back to Richtofen.
Yeah, but seriously, no one knows that like Chica's eyes just like completely looking at me, the other eye's looking over there.
I do notice that, yeah.
Anyway, Raven, from now on, you have to look at every single candy bar wrapper. You can keep playing, but whenever you find a candy bar, you have to look at the wrapper on it.
Someone please save me.
What was Freddy Fudge Bear again?
It was 79. They were all 79. All the core 4 animatronics.
What's the little sweet in the packet? The little wrapper.
Oh, I don't know. Go look at the little. What's the little dibbly-doo? The little circle.
That looks like a little chocolate you get in the celebrations.
Sloppy Toppy.
Sloppy. Hey, okay.
I don't think it has any.
No, I don't think there's any.
I don't think they have any calories on them.
There is no nutrition there.
It's all slop.
What's that one?
It said pepperoni, didn't it?
Lick your fingers.
Oh, well, I guess we'll never know.
What about the meat bits?
Meat. When did they invent meat?
Examine the meat for me real quick.
It was invented. It was invented in 1922.
22 AD.
Yeah.
February.
Y'all just seen her even eat meat on stream, right?
Yes, the brain rat. Dude, it's working. It's working. Chat's saying that Chica was made in 1845 and invented candy.
Yeah. The candy bar was invented in 1847. GlueVictim 1987.
Okay.
How will the bite of 87 affect Shattered Veil?
Shattered Veil.
The newest zombies map. I've destroyed the chat.
I have not played zombies in so long.
That's
I think
what
I got
do.
into it.
I guess we could do FNaF 3 if we have time.
into it. All right, we might as well look at FNaF 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, my head's also
Where's the
starting
fire
to hurt.
extinguisher?
What's up?
Fire
My head's also
extinguisher.
starting to hurt, so I'm gonna
Yeah, we have to look for a fire
T-Dreads is gonna
extinguisher.
tear his dick off and mail it to you personally.
honestly, I'm down.
Helicopter dick.
For another night.
He said he's
I mean, it is
down.
weird that there's a coffee machine over there.
Okay, this is such a random thought, but like I thought of it the other day and I can't get rid of it.
Right now.
When we get the FNaF 3 movie, do you guys think that Jack Black is gonna voice Phone Dude?
Like the attraction
Dude, that'd be fire.
like a
That'd be so
wolf,
dope.
so we have to make sure
He does kind of sound. Yeah, I could hear that.
catches on.
Like this is a real
It's a Freddy
question.
match.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna say like, oh, he wouldn't be serious enough, but like all the stuff they did in the FNaF 1 movie, there's absolutely room for Jack Black to be like,
Yeah, you've officially
ring trap.
I do want to say they
You
do
know?
have the 3954A code. They do have the
New
3954A
chicken
code.
jockey. What the Fazbear?
You know what? We must look underneath.
Yeah, where the fuck is that fire extinguisher?
Can you? You can't do it on PlayStation. You can't turn on like good lighting.
Wasn't there a
Gamma.
Fazbear Fright story that was just Hans group or just that? Oh, hang on. Toilet
Hudson?
Green, the pizza is people moment. I have no idea what's being talked about in chat.
Posted the AI summary.
Mama
on-
Cato's in the chat, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah, she said chicken jockey before.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, we need,
Chicken
I don't
jockey.
even. There isn't even an AI
What?
summary, bro.
What
There's
is
no AI summary.
GlueVictim?
Viewers in the
Oh,
chat
you don't know about GlueVictim?
Video game character Chica. They are talking about her possible involvement in World War II.
Screenshot that.
The AI oversight. I did.
Oh wait, I just thought of something. Hey T-Dreads.
Yeah, what's up?
The Withered mode, that's technically a custom night. It is completely different lighting. It's red lighting, whereas the other one is just kind of like a party lighting.
Because it's setting on fire. I knew it.
Red like OMC's lake.
Fix your goddamn cameras. Stop
It's
drinking.
interesting that Datasaur makes the same monitors that are in the
Yeah.
FNAF 3 building as are in the main.
Bro,
hub.
he's giving the cup dome. Y'all see this?
I learned it from you,
It could just be like
Bro,
a shameless
the
plug.
is a freak. You're a sick fuck.
I learned it from you,
Yeah, who's
Cryo.
Datasaur?
Yeah, you did.
All right, there doesn't really seem to be anything to look at here.
There's no fire extinguisher.
There is 395248 on the wall though.
Like the different
what?
colors. Oh no.
Sorry, Jack Black's the Guardian David.
You're moving so peacefully.
We did not find the fire extinguisher in FNAF 2.
No,
Or
no.
3.
He died.
Wow,
Now
dude,
died.
this frame rate is so cursed.
You know what?
Please
You know
don't
what?
be my victim.
You know what? I want the ventilation to go out again. I'm gonna have fun. No, my soda.
5 T-Dread memberships from Theory Chum.
Oh my god.
Big.
That's huge. Thank you, Theory Chum.
Axolotl terminal error. Nice.
Jungle Boy. Oh, you already had one. I'm stupid as fuck. Rider on it.
Autoimmune deficiency syndrome spectrum. Oh my god. Someone's name. GlueVictim is a variant of memory victim. Sounds like I'd like it. Let me look it up.
What?
I don't think that's actually true. I've seen the GlueVictim graph. I have yet to fully decipher it.
Where is GlueVictim?
Is GlueVictim just reverse Shatter Victim?
No,
Like,
no,
he's
no.
holding
It's a
them all
lot funnier
together?
than
Holding
that.
them together.
It's a lot funnier than that.
I can't find GlueVictim.
No. There's no documented information about it yet. It's still an urban
How do you find it then? What do you mean?
You know some very
Mavakata,
weird
start
people.
spreading gospel. Tell Charlie to start spreading the gospel.
No, wait. What? Have you talked to Malakato about this? What's happening?
Yes. GlueVictim is a thing.
Send me a link. You have me on Discord. Send me a link. to
There's no video yet. Charlie won't make the fucking video.
There's always so much paperwork at these fucking places.
Who's Charlie? The puppet? The puppet
No,
won't make
hold,
the
hold,
video?
no, Charlie's a real. Hang on, let me ask.
Oh, excuse me.
Unwithered wants The GlueVictim.
Oh yeah, Nero, if you want to give your head a break,
Is it
we could
something
go
to do
over all
with
the
him,
TV screens
being
like on the
turned
wiki.
into glue like a horse?
No.
It's just a very peaceful.
I cannot explain it to you myself.
He's meditating in FNAF 3.
That's my happy place.
Check the security cameras.
Oh my god, that's Grouper. There used to be 3: Yellow Bunny, Chica, and
Okay,
Freddy.
you
The
can
original
expect the
3.
GlueVictim lore to come in 2 to 5 business months.
Yay.
Months.
That's crazy.
You tell me now, and then I'll figure it out. when I see
I'm
the
not
video.
allowed. It's not
What do you
mine.
mean you're not allowed? Is
It's
it a
not
true? Because you're laughing at it like it's a meme.
No.
No.
It's not a meme. It's a true theory.
It is a true theory. It is a true theory.
Nero, did you hear me?
Get
Nero?
this Charlie person onto me. We shall have them
Hello?
for our God Victim video.
Hello.
God Victim.
What's up, T-Dreads?
Hello. Hello.
I was gonna say I want
Why are you
after
rubbing
this.
it like that?
I'll say after this, if Nero wants to take a break for like his eyeballs, we can just look at the all the death messages on like the wiki for a little bit.
Yes, that's a good idea.
14.
Yo, I think he's high. I think he needs to get out of there.
Yeah,
Bro.
narrow.
Wait, Raven. Springtrap has a chance to show up at camera 15. Coincidence?
No.
Scott.
Interesting.
All right. So what are we doing now? Are we letting Nero like rest his eyes?
Yeah,
Yes,
Nero.
Momo.
Nero.
There wants to decipher GlueVictim.
You can get out of here for a bit if you want to take a break for your fucking head, and we look at the death messages on the wiki.
Can
I
I
wanna
leave
hear
the
about
recording
GlueVictim.
dungeon, T-Dreads?
Can you do what?
Can I leave the recording dungeon then, T-Dreads?
Oh, you
Wizard,
want
I have an update
Yeah, I guess, that's
about
fine.
No.
GlueVictim.
No, I'm
Alright,
making
tell me
fun
the
of you.
If you pay Charlie real life dollars, it will speed up from 2 to 5 business months. To
How many dollars and how many months?
Okay, yeah, I need to
I'm
stop that,
asking.
'cause my eyes feel like GlueVictim.
Yeah. I feel like GlueVictim.
What does that mean?
All right, chat. We're gonna switch over. We're gonna switch over to the wiki real quick to look at some of the death messages.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a second, so
Because
I
Nero
have to
Raven wants to
set
rest his
everything back
eyeballs. Honestly, I didn't expect to get that out of the way so fast, so we might
I
come back
haven't
later.
gotten
to
a
do,
straight
like,
answer out of how many dollars and how
dark
many
rooms.
months.
You talking to me?
There's literally
Oh
nothing
my
in Dark
God.
Rooms. Like T-Dreads, I'm telling you right now, help wanted. There's like almost nothing in the game. Like
Yeah,
in
but we
terms of,
found
like,
we
in
found
the
candy bar
gameplay of it.
theory, so you're wrong.
Yeah, and the only thing you're ever gonna find is in the lobbies. You're not gonna find much through the other stuff.
Oh, look on the wiki.
Oh. Unwithered, look in
Okay,
the.
we'll be right
hang
back.
on.
Yeah, I'm
You just,
looking.
you just got big
I'm
in this
looking.
server. Do you see the GlueVictim chart?
What
Whee.
the fuck is this?
Where is this posted?
T-Dreads, T-Dreads, you gotta look at this.
in Withered.
This
The
sanctuary.
GlueVictim chart? What
Hang
the
on,
fuck am I
I'll
looking
ping
at?
you in. I'll ping both of you in it.
T-Dreads, go to the FNAF lore channel on the FNAF Tube
Hang on,
Sanctuary.
I'm pinging.
Give
Gideon
Mamakoto's
T-Dreads.
message.
Okay, I'm coming.
Who is
Oh yeah, I've
Charlie
seen that.
Emanini? What is this? Why have you seen this? What does it mean?
It's GlueVictim.
I don't know why Peter
Let me
Griffin's
see.
on it.
That's for the
Twice.
dead kids.
Okay, I'm back.
That's
What
for dying.
the fuck is that?
Sorry,
MS
But what
Paint?
about?
Dave dies, and then Charlie
Oh Jesus!
dies.
Is that who the?
the other?
Is that who the? Is that the cat from Undertale?
Charlie.
Memory
Someone
or
walked me
whatever?
through this. I don't remember who did, but someone did. It makes perfect
So
sense.
I'm
that's
telling.
that's
I'm
Charlie
telling
who
Charlie to
dies?
get in here.
Let's be real. They had it coming. Who had it coming? No one had it coming in FNAF except for William. Then Baby becomes the Disney logo divided in 4. Wait, hang on.
Oh, hey,
T-Dreads,
T-Dreads.
you gotta share this.
Hold on.
It's insane.
Oh, I just accidentally showed everybody the fucking GlueVictim chart.
No,
Let's be
they
really had
didn't
it
have
coming
it
to the
coming.
MCI.
No, not even their children.
This is saying it Dave, Charlie, MCI, Elizabeth, then FNAF
Okay,
Ghost.
we have permission
Then
to
FNAF
show the
Uno.
graph on screen.
I accidentally did anyway. So.
Wait, this is who died before the MCI? Who died
Yeah.
before the MCI?
That's Dave and Charlie. The
There's
cat girl is
GlueVictim.
Charlie.
T-Dreads.
What is
Yeah,
Emma
what's up?
leading to? What is that showing?
Someone actually gifted me Nitro.
You're serious? Someone actually gave you Nitro for that?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Who
You're
saved the stream?
joking.
Who was it? Who saved
That's
the stream?
amazing.
It was Theory. It was Theory Chum.
Of course it is.
Of course, it's
Oh, Theory
Thank you,
Chum.
Theory Chum.
Saved. Everyone say Sigma Chum in chat.
Sigma
holy-
Chum.
We might get more than
asking
one.
for you to show GlueVictim. We've got 162 people who want to see GlueVictim right now.
Yeah, show GlueVictim on stream.
Fine. Let me
Show
download
the
the
graph
image.
on stream.
Let me download the image.
Should Mamakato can join, surely.
Does she have access to the server? I don't even know if she's in the server or not.
I don't think so. I don't-
wait a
I
minute.
think so.
What's up?
Hey, T-Dread. You are aware that your Fuji tech is just the cog spinning constantly?
Yeah, I got rid of it. You're all dead to me anyways. Alright, let me see.
My fault.
Wow, I
Wait,
see how it is.
GlueVictim leak? Do they not want it out? Do they not want GlueVictim released?
No, we have permission to
I'll show
GlueVictim.
GlueVictim. Here it comes, chat. GlueVictim.
Oh my god, I can see it. I can
It's
see it on
here.
screen.
What does it even? What is this?
It's peak. It's
It
a
makes
peak.
perfect sense.
I love the idea that this is what Scott wanted us to do. It's make shit like this. To explain anything.
Have we considered that Mike likes gum because he is gum? Well, if you look at the Gumdrop Angel, then
Thank you for speaking the word of the gospel.
Gum Mike.
Mike likes gum because Mike is gum, like gum.
And that's why he has 7 pieces of gum.
Yes, exactly. So
Evan
Dave
turns into
plus
Peter
the
Griffin.
Midnight Motorist, I think.
Can the chat do this?
Yeah,
eventually. they'll
Midnight
be able to.
Motorist,
It's really
Charlie.
delayed.
Well, listen, man, we already almost crashed.
Charlie,
There it is.
Evad and Charlie becomes 3 on the hand. What does that mean? Is that the Hunger Games?
What is?
Where is this?
It's coming on stream now. It's on the stream now. It's on stream now.
Who's joined?
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, you're here.
Okay, Mamakato.
Oh, hello,
Hi.
Mamakato. So you can tell
Charlie
us what
does
the
not
fuck
have
this
access to
means.
this, by the way. Charlie can't get in here unless you invite
Well,
her.
you're on behalf of Charlie, so
Oh,
Either that or
no.
we let Charlie in.
Don't pin this
can
on
you
me.
explain to
I don't
me
even know who Charlie
what this
is.
means?
Sorry.
Charlie's
creator of
IQ is like
GlueVictim.
10 times the rest of us combined, honestly. We need
Apparently,
Charlie.
I mean, you can tell by how they had the Hunger Games symbol.
Oh, let me
the
get rid of
scout
myself.
symbol
Let me get rid of myself.
connecting to Evad plus Charlie.
You can tell by the 2 Peter Griffins. Actually, wait,
There's
would
two.
I count as 6 Peter Griffins?
And
think so.
whatever her name
Is
is
one of those
from
times 5?
Undertale. Arrow back and forth FNAF Spooky Edition.
FNAF Dose is
That's
definitely
FNAF
FNAF
Dose.
2.
FNAF
Yeah, that's
2, I think.
FNAF 2.
That's
FNAF
FNAF
Spooky.
Uno, I believe.
Oh, very good. That's good. No,
I had to
FNAF
start
2 does
playing
not
it.
take place before FNAF 1. I'm sorry.
Let me take this. I'm so bad at streaming. Here
FNAF
you go.
Stand Edition? What is that?
Thanks.
3?
That's Stank Edition.
That's 3 then.
Yeah.
What have you come back to? GlueVictim.
Gimli Pot FNAF? What is that?
Your camera's
Girly
blocking
Pop
past
is
the image.
definitely also
Yeah, I
FNAF
know it
3.
is.
Look
I
at
know it
William
is.
Afton.
I'm getting rid of it.
What is that?
Oh my goodness.
It's Girly Pop FNAF.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
sister location. Oh, this is the order of events. So Dave,
Yes,
Charlie,
this is the timeline.
MCI, sister, the baby dies. What is she turning into? What is that?
It's a good
I think
question.
that's just
Is that
Elizabeth becoming baby.
Yeah, but what's
It's
the, why is baby turning into
Ah, there
the
he goes
Mickey
back.
Mouse logo with a 4 in the corner?
Hey,
It's Elizabeth,
T-Dreads.
my baby.
Yeah, what's up?
The answer to
Do
all
I
of your
have
problems
permission
is
to
Glue.
invite Charlie?
Yeah, I guess. That's fine.
The creator of GlueVictim.
Retcon edition is that's
That might be
Help
FNAF
Wanted.
4. Oh, yeah. It could be
I think it's
Builder's
security
definitely
breach.
FNAF.
Yeah, because Retcon edition then goes into security breach. Then Bob the Builder edition. Wait.
Bob the Builder edition.
Wait, Bob the Builder edition is surely UCN. Or sorry, no, FFPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has entered.
Wait, Charlie?
Charlie's here. The one and only Charlie Emily.
Charlie Emily, we meet at last.
Hello.
You're the fucker behind this thing that I'm looking at right now.
Wow. Okay. So we're just immediately throwing shade.
Yeah, immediately. What is this? Tell me everything.
Oh.
Help wanted. I don't care. I want to
Explain GlueVictim.
Don't worry
You're
about
not
it.
making the video. You're breaking it down here.
Whoa.
The fuck is GlueVictim?
I'm playing security breach right now. Dude.
I don't care if you're saving a life right now. I need to know what GlueVictim is.
It's okay. Well, this image is my timeline and GlueVictim. It's. I mean, it's entirely self-explanatory.
Of course, of course.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Hang on. No.
This makes perfect sense.
What? Okay, so Girly Pop FNaF and FNaF. What is the last one?
Capitalism.
That's okay. So that's
That's
6.
capitalism.
What about UCN? Where's UCN?
Well, that's Sweats Edition. Duh.
That's what edition?
Sweats Edition.
Where's Sweats Edition?
Do you see
it's
like
below
the
the
bracket
blob. It's below the
encapsulating blob? It's right under that.
Oh, so it's all happening
Yeah,
during.
I don't know if
yeah.
we can write in MS Paint very well.
What's Stank minigames? What is that?
Oh, those are the FNaF
Well,
3 minigames.
Yeah, Stank Edition was
Wait,
FNAF
are you
3.
saying the FNaF 3 minigames happen after UCN?
No.
Yeah.
Well, the happiest day would happen after.
Oh, happiest day.
Yeah.
Happiest day. I
Oh my
thought you meant
goodness.
follow me. I was like, what?
The Fuji Tech
No,
is back.
no. That would be stupid.
Best
I
game.
hope the
Which
screen
one's the
crashes at
best
this
game?
point.
That's FNaF World. It's the best one.
Cap.
FNaF World
Bio,
happens after-
your opinion does not matter.
Cap.
Can you explain to me what's going on over on the left? Because I really need a bit more than
That's
Evan,
Charlie.
the girl
That
from
was
the
Charlie.
cat from Undertale. Yeah, no, I know
Shit,
it's
pickle
Charlie.
pepper.
Order.
But what do you mean? Is this GlueVictim? These 4 things are the glue order in the bottom left. That's what I'm looking at.
Pickle Pepper, you swear
Yeah,
we're
no,
just
that's
shouting
not
random
wrong.
words at this point?
No.
No. Lies.
Explain what this is.
Explain what is.
The thing on the left, the middle left, the ghost puppet to the rainy house to Peter
Okay,
Griffin
I'm giving
to
you
the
guys
crying
5
child
more
versus
minutes for
Evan
this
and
insane
Charlie.
shit. I'm gonna go get a drink. You guys have 5 minutes.
Oh, well, that's GlueVictim.
Yeah, why is
What is
someone missing an
GlueVictim?
eye?
It's GlueVictim.
What is GlueVictim?
Oh, I know, I got
We're
bored
asking.
and I drew that. Unrelated.
Oh my god.
Todd Coffin.
This is
Actually,
this
enjoy
is
this
what
for like 4
Scott's
minutes.
lore document looked like. If we got leaked Scott's lore document on his computer, this is what it would look like.
Accurate, because this is exactly correct.
Evad plus
This
Charlie.
is correct.
The
There's
puppet.
0 flaws in this entire theory.
Yeah.
What is the
Peter
three?
Griffin
What is the 3 hands?
Yeah, what's the 3-finger symbol?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that I can explain that one. I know that
You
one.
can't,
Please
you
do.
can't
I
join
still
the
don't know what
stream
that
and
is.
then tell us all to shut up when
Hey,
we
have
ask
you
you a
guys-
question about it.
Have you guys watched The Hunger Games?
No.
Yes, that's what I was saying. It is the Hunger Games. I was right.
Okay.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's the Hunger Games. What is it?
It's Hunger Games.
But I've just been watching Hunger Games. But what do you mean?
Hunger Games.
Is it the mimic because of Mockingjays or whatever?
Mm.
God, now that
Evad
would be
volunteers as tribute.
Who volunteers as tribute?
Evad, and he becomes the glue. This is insanely simple. I
Okay,
don't
okay,
understand
okay.
what the problem.
Hang on. So what you're saying is, what does that say? Tapes? Is that what the little bear symbol says? What does that say? Up from the MCI.
Hang on,
What?
Times
wait,
5 Peter Griffin
Oh,
leads to what? What does the Fredbear plus something beside it mean?
Oh, no, that's just a bear and a dead body. I didn't feel like copying and pasting Peter Griffin again.
Oh, that's a dead body.
No, it's an X.
I thought that was writing.
Whoa.
That's a dead body
That's
beside
an
an
X and a dead body. Yeah.
So it's Molten Freddy.
Why are
It's
there
not
6
Molten
dead kids below
Could you just
it? So it's
explain what
Charlie and the
each
MCI?
part of the timeline is, just starting at the top left,
Oh,
and just explaining them?
This
All
graph
right,
was in the
so Eva
source code.
died.
Someone said this graph was in the source code.
Well, don't
Guys,
tell
it's
them.
literally
Don't tell
canon.
them.
It's literally canon. I'm telling you. No, okay, so we got Evad, because I refuse to call this, like, what, 4 or 5-year-old Dave? That's a grown-ass adult's name.
I agree.
Alright, so we got Evad.
It's their adult name.
Right.
Reach 18.
Then we got Charlie.
Chum.
This used to be my old profile picture.
Yes, yes.
Let's be real. They had it coming. That's the MCI.
Yeah, they had it coming.
Yeah. Listen,
How did
listen.
they have it coming? Explain to me how they had it coming. There are children who died with no characterization.
They literally followed a shady man in a fucking rabbit costume. I don't understand.
Right.
Like, that is entirely their fault.
You're cancelled.
Charlie's
All right, I'm fine with that. Now I don't gotta make the GlueVictim video.
You still have to
you
make
do.
the victim video.
You're cancelled because I'm gonna make GlueVictim, and I'm gonna make this the best video of all time. Nobody will stand up to Unwithered Truth's GlueVictim video.
So then, after the MCI, Elizabeth dies, right? Then we got FNaF Dose. Self-explanatory.
No.
Then we got... Well, you want me to explain this or not?
No, I know. I'm just saying I disagree. I hate it. Go for it.
Alright. And then we got FNaF 1 and the FNaF 4 nighttime sequence. Right?
Oh, that's Spooky Edition. Okay.
Yeah. And then we got the FNaF Stank Edition. Right. And then after that one, after the fire, we go into Girly Pop FNaF. Right. And after Michael gets out and Anna gets out, we go to FNaF Capitalism.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that Girly Pop FNaF is sister location. Elizabeth just dies before FNaF 2. Okay, I'm actually fine with that. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then...
Wait, how does sister location happen after 3? Wait, I'm confused.
There is literally, like... I don't think there's a single thing that conflicts with 3 happening after... Or with sister location happening
there
after
isn't.
3.
Because this is the canon timeline.
Yeah, it was in the source code.
Yeah, guys, it's literally in the source code.
It was literally in the source code. Charlie and I stayed up for an incredibly long time in a voice call. And, you know, we found this. We discovered it inside of the source code.
Might have been like 4 a.m. Don't worry about it. We found it, for real.
Yeah, it happened.
Right. Oh, hang on.
We might want to get back on topic soon.
Yeah.
If you guys want to react to GlueVictim,
No, I
and the
understand
retcon,
the pop.
then
my
breaching
only issue
security,
with
then
the-
Bob the Builder, and
the
breaching
left
security
on fire.
again.
What's Bob the Builder?
I wanted to.
Why is that help wanted to?
Well, it's because we're going in there like, can we fix it? Bob the Builder. No. Mm-mm. You're dead.
Okay.
You're bones.
I mean, we might be able to fix something.
There's no fixing GlueVictim.
GlueVictim
What
doesn't
is on
need
the
fixing.
left-hand
GlueVictim
side?
is perfect.
What is on the left-hand side? Please explain to me what the left-hand side is.
That's GlueVictim.
Dave?
What is
Dave?
Oh my
Dave,
god.
that's
to
bad.
Midnight Motorist. Dave
Sure.
to Midnight Motorist. Huh?
Oh, Jesus. Why are there 200 people here for this? Oh, God.
All right. Ban Charlie Eminini from this stream.
No.
And never communicate again. I'm done. I can't get a straight answer to this.
Get glued.
You officially
He gave
broke
you
it
a
on
straight
Wizard.
answer.
This is sniffing glue at this one. Thank you, what the 11. That's exactly we sniffing glue victim with this one. All right. Let's get back onto help wanted.
Yeah. Man, if I knew how to ban people, you'd be so
I'm gonna go back
cooked.
to, I don't know, doing drugs or something.
Yeah,
Make
clearly.
oh, gone.
GlueVictim.
Charlie is God.
Mikado, what do you got to say about Help Wanted?
GlueVictim is real and it's coming to the games.
Then get out of here. Get out of the stream.
All right, I'm back, Chad. I'm back. And we actually... Oh, she's back.
Oh, she's back.
She's
14 Sigma. There we go. All right, she's back on.
You
Get her
guys
back
go
on the
down
stream.
here. All right. Nail Raven's eyeballs will be spared for a short time.
Man, we dropped so quick from 200. That's so funny.
I know. GlueVictim
Yeah,
was
we went from 200 to 146 really fast.
GlueVictim was that peak.
GlueVictim is peak.
All right. We'll start with the fast
I'm sorry to derail.
Because fast facts don't care about your feelings. Oh, shit. I spilled sparkling water. Karma.
Fast facts don't fact care about your fast feelings.
All right, so kids love pizza. Animatronics can't kill you.
Wait, just a guy. Yeah. Sorry, go
What
ahead.
are we
Yes,
getting
animatronics can't kill you
Sorry,
because
sorry,
this
sorry.
entire game is Fazbear propaganda trying to tell people that the restaurants aren't as dangerous as the indie game dev would have them believe, because all the Faz facts are written by Fazbear Entertainment.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there for the one that's going to be contentious. Just saying.
Anyways, Balloon Boy loves to play pranks. That's a fucking weird one.
Steal your batteries.
No, God.
Those sweet,
Victim.
succulent double-A berries.
Berries.
It is drawn to sound.
What is it?
It is
So
drawn
these
to
are
sound.
game over screens.
Yes,
so
these are
if you
game
die
over
in the
screens.
game, this is giving you hints like it's drawn to sound.
You die in the game, you
Springtrap.
die in real life.
But what if it's
Springtrap's
talking
drawn to
about the
sound.
fucking mimic? Oh, yeah.
Talking about
What if
Springtrap.
it's
Yeah.
talking about
Gameplay.
the mimic? Oh,
Mimic.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Game over
Where is
screen.
my ball? Exactly, Gibby. You don't even know where my ball is.
I can. In your Raven's mouth.
Oh my lord!
I tuned out for a second. What did I just hear?
They're talking about you giving head. Don't worry about it.
Man. I'm grabbing screenshots.
Who wants candy?
Oh my God.
There's who wants candy, and that's what somebody says. I forgot.
That's
Candy
Grandma
Cadet.
Chica.
No. Who wants candy? Oh yeah, that's what Glamour Chica
Yes,
says.
Glamour Chica.
Yeah.
But this game came out before that, so that's
Yes.
interesting.
So you're saying, Gibby, nothing was ever proven in the court of law because that's Fazbear making this game. And they're like, we're sweet guys, remember?
Yes.
It's cool.
That's Fazbear Entertainment saying that no one was ever hurt at a Freddy's that was proven in a court of law. That is not saying anything about William not being arrested. That is quite silly because none of the other game over screens would be about meta lore
but
like
some
that.
of these are from Glitchtrap too. Like follow instructions.
That's a game hint because you got a game over and then saw the
No,
screen.
you're a goober. And she literally goes
Okay,
like,
okay.
I
wait,
like
Gibby,
following
what is
instructions. I'm good at
purging
following
system
orders.
What is what he?
Yeah, what tip is that, bro? What tip is
Yeah,
purging
what is-
system?
mean? Yeah.
Well, what lore is purging system?
Okay, I know what lore follow instructions is. It's because Vanessa literally is like, I'm good at following orders or some shit at some point. Like that's literally like part of the thing they say in like those therapy tapes.
Gameplay. It's like listen to phone guy.
Oh
You
my
got to win the
God.
level.
Oh, you're a big smudge brown.
Although I will say, Curse of Dreadbear hub could be slightly different, but it's fine.
Be sure to visit our sister location. Oh my God, this really was a FNaF, huh?
Least insane FNaF stream conversation. Someone said.
True.
I don't know, dude. This is tame compared to 10 minutes ago.
Fair enough. Compared to
Oh,
GlueVictim.
hang on. Be sure to visit our sister location. Confirms that the term sister location in universe actually corresponds to Circus Babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when phone guy says a springlock failure at the sister location, he means the one that Baby references in
Yes.
sister location.
So that's he's probably talking about the same suit. The same suit.
Yeah.
It's the same suit that he's talking about in sister location. Like in FNaF 3, he's saying an unfortunate springlock at a sister location, and when Baby says, you know, it was only ever used once, that's what she's talking about. She's talking about the failed.
How about where am I? Bracket closing parentheses or closing bracket. Where am I? Closing bracket.
You could that's quite obviously a glitch because you can tell from the post parentheses bracket.
Where am I? So is that William like waking up for the first time?
Well, there is no William Lamau. There's the mimic. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but mimicking William waking up.
Mimicking William, mimicking his wake up mimic sequence. Curse of Dreadbear Hub. It's only a dream. Oh my god. And that's the one with the FNaF 4 segments with like the hallway.
That's obviously like a direct reference.
Yeah.
That's like a call out on Dream Theory.
Who up cursing the Dreadbear
That's
right
grabbing
now?
my attention right now.
Where
Which
am I?
one?
And Purging System is back for the HQ. Or for the Hub of Dreadbear.
Report glitches before they spread is only in the Dreadbear one.
That's the one that's catching my attention right now because literally there's an Easter egg where literally a glitch happens and it spreads throughout the level and then kicks you out of it.
Oh, which one is this?
Interesting. Where am I is not with glitched characters at the end in Curse of Dreadbear.
Was it a typo by the people that made the website or no?
I'd say
Surely not. I mean, it might be, yeah.
So it's just not glitchity? Interesting.
The world stops for GlueVictim. All of chat is still talking about fucking GlueVictim.
To be fair, there is a crazy delay, but yeah, of course they're talking about GlueVictim.
Where's the GlueVictim review? Guys, Frog missed GlueVictim. We gotta do it again. I know of another GlueVictim. I can send you guys the link to the video if you want. Send it.
No way, there's a video about this. You're lying, just a guy. You can't be for real.
Actually, I thought Just a Guy was another user called Just Some Guy with a Mustache, who I know from a comic channel that I watch, and I was like, oh my god, it's the same guy, but it's not. It's not Just a Guy. It's not just some guy. It's a different.
Yeah,
guy.
it's not just some guy. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
All right. Who would like to stream them listening to all the tapes so that I don't have to double stream to Discord and to YouTube?
I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I can do it.
Let's see. Help
wanted tapes.
All tapes.
While we make this
All right, let's do it.
transition, I have to make my bow from this stream
All right.
and from the channel.
Forever.
Gibby,
we're killing
pleasure.
Mm-hmm. I will be back.
Have
chat.
a great vacation.
You guys, I'll be back in over a month.
Yeah,
So
Gibby's
that's-
dying.
By the time you come back, GlueVictim will have reigned supreme over all other theories.
Yeah, Toast will have made a
That's
video
right.
about it. Ash will have reacted to it on GT Live. It'll be the only theory anyone cares about.
Yep.
I'll have at least 5 more subscribers by the time you come back. Get ready.
You'll almost be at 10K.
I hope I will be. If I know who
All
10K by the time in a month, I'm gonna cry. Oh 9.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right.
All right,
Yeah,
Gibby,
we'll
enjoy
listen to, like,
your
the
vacation.
tapes.
Goodbye. Keep GlueVictim in your hearts.
We're
I will
killing
talk to
Gibby.
you all later.
GlueVictim will always be in my
We
heart.
will keep GlueVictim alive forever.
All right.
All right.
Now,
Here we
Unwithered
go.
Sigma. He's
Here
streaming
goes
the
my
tape.
stream.
Oh my god, you're famous. You're really
All right, can
streaming.
you see this?
Your first stream.
Can you see it?
I'm coming in more ways
we
than
can
one.
see Discord.
I can see Discord. I see it infinite.
Okay,
Yeah, my fucking bookmarks getting leaked is so funny.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Why are you watching my stream
Bro.
on your stream? What are you doing?
No, I'm just trying to open it up
How
on
do you
my
not
other
have a bad
monitor.
block?
Thanks for that
You gotta
5
keep the
cents.
algorithm.
Thanks for that 5 cents, Unwithered. Thanks for that 5
Oh,
cents.
Wait, hang on. Oh, wait, sorry, I was streaming the wrong screen. I'm so sorry.
No, you were
Sorry,
streaming
guys.
just your whole screen.
Unwithered's a little bit slow
Yeah, I
today.
did not mean that.
We're working on it.
Hey, come on.
What do you
I'm
mean
streaming the
today?
right thing now. Hey,
Damn.
Cryo, you're out. Cryo, you're not getting in the rebooted series. I'm so sorry.
Come on.
All right, here we go.
Okay. I'm opening it up. Show members.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
I think I can hear it.
Full
I think you
screen.
pulled up the wrong video. I think this is just the locations.
Okay, chat. I'm switching us over to Unwithered.
Yeah, this is just the tape locations.
You're right.
Okay, I'm switching us over, chat, to the actual screen.
No, that one was it. That one you were on with just now was it.
All right, I got all tapes and audio logs and secret endings.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Ah, my ears. Ah.
Why did you do that to us?
Damn, bruh.
That was what that video did. Look, here we go.
Can you hear me?
No.
Don't exit this room, okay?
Thanks, Adna Plays.
This room
isn't a mistake.
I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay files. In a place
Is her name Anda Plays?
would look, and in a place where the
Yeah, that's
oh, sorry.
It's right up there.
No, sorry.
I
I
just
understand.
really hope
I thought you were talking about the voice
next
actor.
development team finds this before the game is released to the public. This game has some kind of malicious code in it that we haven't been able to fully contain or even understand for that matter. We're over budget and out of time. But that's not the reason that we're shutting down. Listen, I have to keep this short so the file size will be small enough to fly under the radar. There are more. They may not be in order.
Pretty standard exposition.
I saw it for the first time today. There was a character I couldn't make out who it was, standing at the end of the hall. I thought it was just bugged out, so I made a note of it and kept playing. But then it was looking in the window, and not like Chica or Bonnie would. It was like it was actually looking in the window, seeing what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the mimic. Oh, yeah.
Hang on. I just want to go back real quick.
Was standing at the end of the hall. I thought it was just bugged out, so I made a note of it and kept playing. But then it was looking in the window, and not like Chica or Bonnie would. It was like it was actually looking in the window, seeing what I was doing.
So she doesn't say what it looks like. She can't see it really.
I heard a pretty heated conversation this morning between Dale, our manager, and someone else on the line.
Dale.
It really feels like this project is in trouble. In no small part because of the lawsuit, I'm sure. There has to be a lawsuit. There's no way there isn't. It happened in this building just a few doors down from me. I think it's made worse by the fact that Jeremy tried to tell us something was wrong. But as a dev team, we all just saw it as a challenge to find what the problem was and fix it. Who could have known that? I have to go.
So Jeremy sliced himself and then sued them?
Have you ever heard of a guillotine paper slicer?
Someone did.
Made up,
Here we go.
But it's an actual piece of office equipment.
This right here.
I didn't even know we had one in the supply room. I guess they're more common at businesses that do a lot of graphic design work. I remember seeing one when I was still in school, and even then, I knew how dangerous it looked. I was always afraid of losing a finger. That seems so silly now. Jeremy used to do design work. I guess that's how he knew it was there.
All right, pause it for a sec. Pause it. All right, so I don't think he killed himself. I think that he, the guillotine paper slicer, and when she says there's a Halloween mask on the floor, I think he either cut the VR headset off his face or cut the Vanny mask and the chip out of his face.
I think so. I genuinely think so. Because look at this.
I see
Can
it.
you see the screen right now?
I can see it, yep.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of thing you could cut a face off with, because you've got your nose and your cheekbones.
Well, you could definitely slice a face off with one of those. Those things are sharp.
No. I don't mean in terms of like you can't cut it off like physically with the sharpness of the blade. I mean more so the angle of which you would have to stand in this thing.
You could just
try
like
and
lift
cut
it
off your
up.
face. Yeah, no, but what I mean is like you would get more than your face. Like to cut off your face, you need like a knife to go around the edge of your face and then peel it off.
Bro was doing it like
with this thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, you can't. It's not a straight shot down. Like this is for cutting paper. If you had like a Halloween mask on, though, maybe you could cut it off. You could like go straight down across the front of the mask.
Yeah, I think he had like the Vanny, or a version of the Vanny mask off his face, and he escaped being possessed just in time by like slicing himself.
I mean, like, let me see, Vanny mask, FNaF, how about you? Yeah, like clocking out already. Take off your mask. This means it's like an official Fazbear licensed piece of tech,
well, she even says there's a Halloween mask on the floor. In a later tape.
That's what I mean. Like, and it looks like a Halloween mask. So, you know, like this is not something Vanessa made on her own. You know, she didn't make this. I think the original idea was that
Cassie's dad has one too.
But that's what I mean, is like we used to think like, oh yeah, Vanny just made this Halloween mask on her own. But she didn't. She got one of these and then made like her own suit based on it.
Well, because look, hers doesn't have that brown splotch on it. Hers is like all white.
Yeah. This is weird though, because why is Fazbear Entertainment making this for employees? Why in God's name is it a white rabbit?
It's for technicians.
Who in the hell knows?
Is this in the real? Okay, Narrow. If you could open up Help Wanted 2, can you see if this is in the real world or if it's only in the AR world? Because if this poster is only in the AR world, we could argue that it's just adapting what's happening rather than actually being real.
I'm pretty sure it's only in the. I'm pretty sure it's only in the AR world.
If you're just joining, make sure you smash like. Make sure you smash like. Smash like so T-Draz pulls it out and spins it around.
Someone was here. I don't think it was spring cleaning either. No, there was plastic on the floor. Someone was definitely here during the night. It had to have been the client. I mean, they sent us that stuff in the first place with no explanation. Told us to scan it. Said it would expedite the process so we wouldn't need to program any pathfinding ourselves. It was a budget thing, I guess.
The client.
It was just junk. Circuit boards and things like
Hang on, who's the client?
Okay. Yeah. It's fast. So at this point, Fazbear Entertainment is not making the game. They're hiring out a third-party studio to do it. So the client is Fazbear, and Fazbear is sending the game development. They're like, oh, to speed up scanning these mimic chips.
The client. I mean.
So they basically sent them the mimic in a fucking. They sent them the mimic in a box.
Silver Parasol? Is that the name of the game in universe? So Silver Parasol, the client is Fazbear.
Yep.
And
they sent them little mimic chips. Oh yeah.
We're playing as Vanny right now.
Yeah, before the mimicking.
So it's not Vanny sending the mimic tapes. This is all stuff that happened already by the time Vanny is getting involved. So
it's Fazbear.
Glitchtrap is just sending stuff to them, I guess?
Well, no, I think that Fazbear might actually be. Fazbear might not know the mimic AI is on the shit they're sending.
You think so?
But it do be.
Whether there's usable code.
It seemed to take hold by itself. Things started changing.
It's still there in the non-AR world.
Okay.
At least that's what Jeremy said.
So Jeremy was the first one to see it. Okay. Jeremy was the first one to see it.
Wait, so it is there in the non-VR world?
Yeah, it's in both worlds. The thing is, though,
which is weird, because that's a FNAF 6 location.
The only weird thing about it, though, is that there's a random green light emanating from it.
That's
in the AR world.
Ominous.
But that's weird because that means that, well, I suppose they have to set up generators and stuff down there. So this is for the FNAF 6 technicians or the security breach technicians being sent down into the FNAF 6 location.
Chat's chiming in saying that Balloon Boy is Glitchtrap. That's a good time for me to close chat.
Yeah, I have to actually ban someone from chat.
Did somebody say something mean?
I didn't even notice Jeremy standing.
No, someone said something deranged and diabolical.
So bright, glowing from all the way down the hall.
Well, I didn't see it. That's good.
Jeremy.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes ago.
In this morning.
Okay. I don't have the ban option. I have the 24-hour timeout.
Well, that works for me.
Have people talked about this? Hang on.
I go back where
Jeremy complained. Jeremy complained of nightmares when he came in this morning. He wasn't talking about it like someone telling a friend about his dreams.
Oh no!
Though. He was pale.
Telling a friend about his dreams though.
He's the FNAF 4
Looked
dreamer.
like he hadn't eaten in days. He spent an hour in the office, but it didn't look like he was given much sympathy. When he came out, he went directly back to the testing room. He doesn't even jump anymore. Nothing scares him. He just stands there like he's talking to someone. Sometimes he rocks from side to side. We were told to leave him alone. I knew I was in line to do the testing next.
So, Jeremy experiences the tapes, or sorry, not the tapes, the game, goes home and has nightmares, and the nightmares make him less susceptible to the scares of the game.
Mm-hmm. Pickle says they did the AI on purpose to speed up
Jeremy
having.
Would need to be replaced soon.
To reuse shit. Okay.
You can always tell when a company is getting ready to fire someone. They start giving out written warnings for silly things. Making sure to build a paper trail and make a case for a firing.
Bad odor.
Things that normally no one would care about suddenly become
Bad odor.
Grave offenses, all worthy of being written and documented.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it works two ways, because it also encourages a person to quit rather than be scrutinized so heavily. I think Jeremy was too far gone to consider that option, though. The thing about it is that I don't think they were going to fire him because of anything he was doing wrong. They just knew he'd seen something. They needed to discredit him. There was something that looked like a Halloween mask laying on the floor.
The Vanny mask.
I didn't understand. Ink must have spilled. It was only then that I heard a shuffle from the testing room and realized Jeremy must be there.
So I think it is blood, but I don't think he's like dead. Yeah, I think it is blood because it was like on it was attached to his face.
But hang on, that was the supply room, right? She said the supply room was really bright.
Yeah, but you could mistake blood for ink in some situations.
What if it's like agony or some shit, dude?
Agony blood.
That's what I'm saying. Agony is black liquid, right? That's what it's part of agony is.
That's weird that the headset would make. Actually, no, because the mimic is like part of it has agony just intrinsically tied to it. Edwin,
it's not just AI. I don't think anyway. We could be wrong,
it is agony. No, because Edwin played Smash Bros with it in real life. He forward smashed. He hit him with a 3-hit jab.
No, he fucking perma-pummeled. Mimic could not fucking mash out of it.
He down throw, instant reverse back aired him.
I couldn't see his face. He had the visor covering his head. What visor?
Mimic can't SDI for shit.
Interesting. So that would be the VR one.
Visor?
So that doesn't make sense because how would he cut the mask off his face and then put the visor and have the visor still on?
So I presume he cut off something and then put on. So regardless of his face or the visor or whatever, he cut off his whatever it was and then put on the visor afterwards. Which
interesting.
And whatever happened,
weird.
Knocked him out to where he wasn't moving or something.
Yeah, but he had the visor on his face, so he had something on it. So visor because I couldn't see his face.
It's a VR headset. It's a VR headset.
Yeah, it's a VR headset.
Yeah, the visor. It implies it's a full face thing, though.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. How did he cut his fucking face off and then put the VR headset back on?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I feel like a Halloween mask doesn't look like a face on the floor.
He had ink spilled on himself as well.
Look black in the dark room.
Okay, so he is bleeding. He's bleeding. Yeah, he's bleeding.
He's bleeding. Or
he turned his head in my direction, but I don't think he knew I was there. I was told I had 3 days to finish Jeremy's
And now he's
work.
gone. Now he's just cooked.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, sometimes they bleed like black ink out of their eyes, they said.
Don't really
Animatronics.
expect me to do anything. It's just to keep up appearances until the buyout is complete.
Good call, wizard.
Look like we have things under control. There's another potential development studio that wants to pick up from here, but who knows what kind of lies they're being fed to convince them to do it. Against my better judgment, I'm going to do my best to see what's here, make notes of it, and try to isolate where...
So Silver Parasol didn't finish Help Wanted.
Yeah.
Another team did.
Yep.
This thing is hiding. At least then, the next person that tests this...
And that's us. That's us. We're the next team. They lied to us.
Today was my last day of beta testing.
Weird. She like switched her mic. She switched her microphone. You hear that? Her microphone's different quality. Oh, what if that's the cue if it's the mimic or not?
At least then, the next person that tests this will have a chance of getting rid of it.
Weird. There's different mic quality. That's so strange.
And the anomaly that I've been seeing is nowhere to be found. But after inspecting some of the files, it seems that it's attached itself to these logs. My logs. That can't be an accident. So now I have to make a choice.
That's interesting. This is the one where she acknowledges that and her mic quality changes.
Yeah, this is a really interesting one to acknowledge it on. Yeah.
See if it goes back to normal next one. See if it goes back to normal next one.
I try to purge this thing myself by destroying the logs. I've chosen the latter.
All right, see if it goes back to normal.
I can't delete them. By creating a protected area to store these
logs.
Go
back. Are you sure? Go back.
Against my better judgment, all of us. They told us that the whole point...
Yeah, that's the normal one.
I've chosen the latter.
Yeah, it's more reverb. There's more reverb on. It's the mimic. It's the fucking mimic. All right, let's go.
PR done by a rogue indie game developer who supposedly made up a bunch of...
That is weird.
So is it the mimic?
They lied to us. They lied to all of us.
That's weird.
They told us that the whole point of this VR game was to undo the bad PR done by a rogue indie game...
You know,
which ones have the better mic quality?
Recording,
you just think she was leaning back? You think she was just leaning back from her mic on that one, probably?
Real chance.
Yeah, either the artist did something different or the game dev company changed their mind about a tape and they got her to re-record it, but it was at a different date and time. So the voice actor did re-record it, but so much can change between two mic setups.
Yeah.
So much can change. So because I even do that for my videos, is I'll record a new line to go over an old one. And even though I'm in the same room with the same mic, what I think is the same distance, it'll sound entirely different, no matter if I do the same voice editing to it, whatever. So I'd say if there is some sort of difference in voice quality, it's not like there's an effect on it. It's just whatever way it was recorded was probably a little bit different. So I'd say it was more like they went, oh, we want another tape, so we'll just slot it in as like tape 11. So just record something for tape 11. We have the script here.
It could be.
So
I think that's more likely.
That's more likely than making a specific difference of that one
That's
tape.
not true at all.
What if it's not the one tape? What if it goes back to it?
And clear their name. They said us some things I don't think they
wait.
intended us to see.
Here's the litmus
Such as
test.
a
Here's the
hard
litmus
drive
test. Pause it.
containing emails between
Go back to tape 1, because then we'll see. That is we know that's the mimic tape. So if it sounds the same, like she's far away.
1721. So that's this
their
one.
entertainment and a certain.
Yeah. Go to tape 1 and then go to tape 11. Hashtag ad.
Coca-Cola.
We love Coke. Do you like high blood
This
sugar?
video is running T-Judge Stream's pockets right now.
Yeah,
but only
seriously.
once.
Every night, something.
You might want to mute
my
this
God,
one.
I have an app.
Copyrighted.
Come
Yeah,
on.
you don't want to mute the trailer.
Mute the trailer. Mute the trailer.
Oh, for copyright. Sorry about that.
There you go. I started screaming to help you out, T-Dreads.
Thank you. How is tape 1 at 9 minutes? What the fuck are we doing?
Because they've got like showing how to get the tapes and stuff.
Okay.
Hang on. So we were at 1750.
Broke the anomaly along with it.
No.
That means that you won't have
Tape
my
11.
warnings to
Tape
guide you.
tape 11.
But hopefully, it
And
also
tape
means
1.
that this anomaly that tarnished the brand. But that's not need them. By creating a protected area, but I might be able to do something else.
What fucking
Things
tape
that
are we
normally
using?
no one
What
would care
the
about
fuck?
at all. In their haste to develop this VR game and clear their name, I've chosen the
Oh,
latter.
I don't think they disappear from the stack.
So now I have to make a choice.
No, they don't.
We'll have a chance. Of
This is it. No, that was it. Here we go.
Today was my last day of beta testing. You don't know me. Hello. You don't know me. I'd created a series of logs for you documenting the troubled development.
Okay, yeah. So 11 sounds a little far away. So go back to
They
1.
lied to us. They lied to all of us. I ran a fragmentation program on the area of memory. I had to hide these logs away from the core gameplay.
They're a little quieter. They're a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
I think this
more
very easily
likely to
could
be
just,
some sort of
this could very easily
air.
just be a different room that it's recording in.
Wrong with it. That means that you won't have my warnings to guide you. But hopefully, I ran a fragmentation program on the area of memory that was.
All right, well, anyway, go back to where we were. We're 17 this right. All right, right
I ran a
here.
fragmentation program on the area of memory that was storing these logs for you. I effectively broke the files into pieces and broke the anomaly along with it. That means that you won't have my warnings to guide you. But hopefully, it also means that this anomaly, this virus, or whatever it is,
This mimic of
will
sorts.
remain broken and unable to do more damage.
Tape
Hello.
number 14.
You don't know me. Hello. You don't know me. I had created a series of logs for you documenting the troubled development of this VR game that you're now testing, in hopes that you, whoever you are, and whatever team you're with, will abandon development. Now I fear that those logs are being used as a Trojan horse. If you're unable to abandon development,
Do I
hide
have
all
news
traces
for
of
you?
these logs that I created. I fear that finding them
Funny
and
story.
reassembling them will also reassemble the very thing I've tried so desperately to destroy. There is a way to kill it. It wants to escape through someone plugged into this game. That's you now. You have to let it begin the process of leaving through you, then use the disconnect switch that I've embedded by the main stage. Let it approach you. Let it begin to merge with you. Play the music and flip the switch. That will cause a hard restart of the game and flush the memory, effectively killing it. I hope.
By the way, if you
I
do
don't know
this,
when it
it
will come.
possesses you. This is a lie. If you do this, it wins.
Yeah.
So that one is the
And,
fucking mimic.
and I do do we think the mic is different in that clip? Because it kind of sounds like
she goes, play the music and flip the switch. Like she sounds more robotic in that one.
Yeah, it's more. I'd say it's more about performance than audio.
It's also just like just what she's saying. Like she starts it off like there is a way to kill it.
Yeah, and see now it wins because you did that. Yeah, so it's following her instructions gets you glitch snatched. Also, all these handprints, are these ours or has it possessed other people before?
I think the implications that it's other people.
Yeah, it could be it possessed other people to get itself
Yeah,
sent
because
here.
with if Jeremy was possessed, then yeah, that just proved that there were other
Tape Girl
people.
was as well.
Yeah, and Tape Girl, yeah.
Oh yeah,
This has
yeah.
got like lines growing out of it.
Like Stranger Thumbs.
How many handprints are there? There are 14.
Stop.
Sure, so.
I'm the mimic.
I think that's like the only like technically like pure human voice line of Glitchtrap. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say that's a voice line of Will.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Because like, yeah, sure, he says hello, can you hear me? But it's like a really robotic,
that's in Tape
weird
Girls,
voice. That's like a flat out like human voice.
How do we feel about Glitchtrap's design?
I think he looks lit. I think he looks cool.
I think I like it.
I think it's an okay design.
I think he's in the Return to the Pit book.
Na 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 na. Oh shit! It's
when is he in
Glitchtrap.
the Return to the Pitch book? What?
It's William Afton.
When is he in Return to the Pit, Cryo?
I didn't say that.
That was Narrow
Return
Signal.
to the Pit.
Narrow.
Return to the Pit.
When is he in Return to the Pit?
8-Bit Escape. It says that there's a smiling yellow rabbit on it.
What the fuck does that button do? What the fuck? What's a button in a basket for? The hell? That's weird. There's a button. What does a button do?
That does do something. I'm pretty sure that like turns the TV on in there or something.
Weird.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna stop streaming.
All right, Raven, you want to go destroy your eyeballs again?
Not really.
Oh man.
So do we want to call it there then?
My body's already dying.
Your body's dying. We can see if there's anything else we can mention before it gets to we gotta end the stream for the day. I'm trying to see if there's any other shit that would be like useful on the wiki. Wiki
I'm
wiki
gonna go
wow.
to the bathroom.
Alright, have a nice dump. I'm gonna see if there's anything else.
I didn't even hear what he's gonna say. I legit did not hear what he said, so now I just actually think he went to go take a shit.
I'm a sleepy guy.
Yeah, I'm tired too, bro.
It's been a lot. Yeah, been a lot.
Maybe we call it here. We all go fucking take a nap.
Yeah, how long have we been live for?
Few hours, I think.
2 and a half hours.
Yeah, 2.5, give or take.
It's no FNaF 4 stream. That was like 7 hours long.
Yeah, well, that's fucking FNaF 4. That's a behemoth.
Yeah. I'm sure Security Breach when we get to it will be actual years.
We weren't getting to that shit no matter what we did.
Yeah.
Dude, Security Breach, how many streams do you think Security
Breach will take too many. Like, I don't even know how many
Breach is gonna be?
Too many, bro. Too many.
I think probably 2 to 3.
Shit. That's the thing. That's so much.
Yeah, so I maybe 3 or 4 actually.
It might be more than that. Is my thing.
Depends how fast you go about it, I guess.
We actually didn't crash today. We had some close calls. But we were fucking like.
Yeah, we almost crashed that one time, but we ultimately didn't.
I got saved. Saved by the bell.
Is chat saying anything that we have to go over?
I don't know. Yeah, chat. Let us know if there's anything we can look over really, like something real quick that's obvious that we're not thinking about.
Yeah, that won't require like going back into the game, so we can let Narrow's eyes rest.
And my body too. That too.
Yeah, and his body.
If anyone would like to take my autoimmune system and trade it, please let me know.
Oh, interesting.
Nah, I'm good.
Interesting. I didn't know that. The nightmare, the endo for nightmare, like nightmare itself, appears in Ennard's vent repair.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So that kind of proves that it's a thing. Like the Nightmare animatronics were a not just entirely hallucinations.
Yeah, no, they were definitely at least endos. Like they I think like it was just the endos, not the like casings.
Yeah. He hit him with that nightmare gas. Nightmare Fredbear looks so weird in FNaF VR. He's like brown almost.
Remember when he was just Freddy color palette?
Wait, he was?
Yeah, when one of the original trailers, he was brown with black hat and bow tie instead of the yellow with purple hat and bow tie.
That's weird.
Yeah. Maybe they were leaning harder into like the Golden Freddy erasure than they did already.
Oh no, it was like a huge controversy. They're like, no, it's just alpha, guys. Don't worry, it's just a placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but why did that make it into a trailer?
Because it was like first ever trailer of like the alpha.
Rolled paper. 15.
Yeah, but I don't know. Whatever.
So strange. That's weird. You could buy a Fazbear mask at the prize counter. And for like FNaF 2. That's interesting. There's an Ennard action figure, a Mangle action figure. God, it's so annoying that they made these things real, like... real things.
I'm back.
Hello,
welcome back.
And yeah, there is no like Fredbear candy or Ennard candy or baby candy or any of that. There's nothing. So you can get a slice of cake.
We're going over any like last minute things we need to talk about before we call it right now.
I think really the only thing we can go over at this point is just things that we'd be doing in the next one.
Yeah.
Probably dark rooms, night terrors. Depends what you
like, there isn't anything in dark rooms either.
We've already disproved Mike Fritz, obviously. It's confirmed to not be true.
Yeah, I guess there's no fire extinguisher. It's confirmed.
I mean, this coming week, I could probably finish it up, because all I have to do is dark rooms hard mode, night terrors, and parts and service hard mode, and then I have everything done. And then I just need to sit in FNaF 3 and get all the collectibles.
Oh, there is a candy. There is a candy called Eat and Cry.
Cry?
Yeah, Eat and Cry.
Oh no,
child.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Oh, they do sell the toy caterpillar. Interesting how the cupcake is listed under toy. And that's weird.
Oh yeah, you know, actually, there is something that we should look at.
What's up?
The Easter eggs, like where Helpy appears and stuff like that.
Wait, what is the serving size of the Chica Chug?
I looked. It says 1 can. There's no ounce. There's no fluid ounces on it. Just 1 can. It just says 1 can. There's no fluid ounces.
Eat and Cry.
Imagine if there was a Golden Freddy item and it was 14
Eat and
calories.
Cry was 75, so it must be Andrew.
75. Makes sense to me. That's when the Bifector was born. He was 8 when he died.
Oh my god.
Lord.
You know, is there any reason why we think that Helpy would appear in FNaF 2 in this game, though?
No.
What do you mean?
He appears as an Easter egg in FNaF 2, but not as in the FNaF 1 or FNaF 3 games in this, which is weird.
Oh. Moondrop. There's a candy called Moondrop in Help Wanted. How did nobody notice? There's a candy called Moondrop.
Wait, for real?
In Help Wanted 1.
We should have seen the sides.
The fact that the Mangle and BB masks appear in the same style as the other masks, to me, says that Balloon Boy and Mangle existed
at the time of the FNaF 4 bullies. The FNaF 4 bullies could have, yeah.
Like
the same line of
during
masks.
1983.
Which hurts GlueVictim a little bit.
Means that's
cool.
why.
Well, interesting.
Yeah,
remember what we said earlier. Like, they tried to remake Foxy, you know? We've been saying that Mangle existed before the other toys. And Mangle has a mask here, but the toys don't.
100%.
Yeah, Mangle has a mask, but the toys don't.
And Balloon Boy is the only canon FNaF 4 character, so
the only canon
he's the only one that could reasonably.
The only FNaF 4 character.
But what's weird is Nightmare Mangle isn't, which is strange.
That Bonnie
if they're trying to
mask.
imply that they exist.
This Bonnie mask is the same one from
mask,
the chest. Yeah, from the chest. It's cool.
Which is like the box.
The buckets.
I mean, I think at this point, at least Mangle is confirmed to be since Fall Fest of '83 because of the fact that Mangle's on the carousel.
But
Mangle's on the carousel.
But
all
the toys are on the carousel.
Not in Help Wanted 2, no.
They are. The
no,
toys
just
are all
Freddy,
on there.
Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Mangle.
Cheeks. No, they definitely have the toys on there because they have rosy cheeks. They have red cheeks, yeah. On the carousel.
And the
it's
TV
the withered and the toys.
The TV shows Showbiz Pizza sometimes.
Yeah, but Scott removed that because people were actually harassing.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What shows? Showbiz Pizza?
The lobby TV.
Shows Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a cool Easter egg thing. It wasn't meant to mean anything too much, but the people were actually calling like the owners and stuff like that and harassing them for answers. So he removed it.
Yeah, that's lame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's why if you do it now, there's like pretty much nothing there.
Oh, weird.
Endo01 can appear in FNaF.
Yeah, I see this. I see them.
Carousel has rosy cheeks, but some of them don't have the rosy cheeks. So that's the carousel that's in Faz or Fall
Yeah,
Fest
I looked. Yeah, the like the actual like rides.
Yeah, it seems to be from 1987, or at least with the
It's
toys.
also weird. The other thing that's weird about it.
Oh, you guys there?
It does show Mangle on it, but none of the others.
Really?
Yeah, and Help Wanted 2. I forget which poster it was. I think it was like Mangle and like one other character.
Remember this at all? Because I remember the one with just like 1970 Autumn Arrives.
I'll double check.
And I remember the one that has
the
puppet.
I'll check.
I don't remember ever a Mangle poster being in Help Wanted 2.
Well, it was like the silhouette of Mangle. It wasn't like a Mangle poster.
Yeah, I can't seem to find it. I might be wrong.
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it because I'm fucking exhausted. I think I'm gonna head off.
Sounds good.
Name you chief.
I'm checking.
Unless we think we have something else big.
One more time, I'm looking at all of the fucking, of the candy.
Bro, you have to let Candy Bar Theory go.
No, never.
Just let it go, bro. It's over.
It's real.
Just let it go, bro. It's over.
Is this stealth or candies? There's one called Devilish
Balloon
Delight.
Boy. That's my bad.
I hope that had one.
It was Balloon Boy.
Got the Vengeful Spirit Andrew on it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm heading off. Chat, remember GlueVictim.
I'll probably stop in a second. I'm just checking for any last
Always
ones.
remember GlueVictim.
Chat, is there anything that we missed for today? We're gonna do the other mini games another time because since it's VR, it's kind of tiring. For oh, and also it is not Helpy the plushie. The plushies are Funtime Freddy, and there's a Funtime Foxy one that also has a speaker in his chest. So.
And there's 14 dots.
You broke the sound barrier when you said that.
You're like, there's 4 dots.
It was bad, dude.
This was one of the funniest.
Screaming.
This was one of the funniest streams in a while.
Not what the sound barrier does.
Nah, shut up.
Don't
dwell on that
I had
part,
so
dude.
much fun throwing action figures.
Help Wanted does not have custom voice lines now. They're all reused.
Yeah, no, and they're very rarely even used as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's just used in Plush Baby, Fun with Balloon Boy, and Fun Time Freddy's Night Terrors. Basically all the Night Terrors, and that's it. There's like no other voice lines anywhere else.
Yeah. Chat saying 0RGN.
Why is there a Scrap Beige plush?
What is 0RGN?
Origin?
That's what they're saying. Chat keeps saying 0RGN.
The Oregon endoskeleton doesn't look like a render of a model or a screenshot from the game. This looks like a movie prop. What?
What
is the endoskeleton?
This is like the endoskeleton from the movie teaser that came out like.
What? I don't even know what this is.
This
is like 3 pixels. This image is 3 pixels. That image is 3 pixels.
It came out with Help Wanted. It was on Scott Games or something.
Oh, okay. So it's like it might have been a movie prop.
I don't know. I've never heard.
Or was it supposed to be the Mimic?
I've seen this before. I don't know what it means. Yeah, it's either. It could be a movie prop or it could be I don't know.
I mean, yeah, maybe in universe, if Scott was planning Edwin, it could have been like photos taken from when he was building the Mimic. But
okay, yeah. So the theory is that the theory is that that's the Mimic's head. Yeah, the theories are that that's the Mimic's head, and one of the things that Fazbear got sent.
It could be,
or like, Silver Parasol.
We've seen the Mimic's head now, anyway. So
it looks a little. It looks kind of like the top. You see the top of its head with all that like weird like cloth on it, or wires or whatever. It's kind of similar to the Mimic's head. It's got like a square shape too.
Yeah, but it's like okay, so it's the Mimic. It's only got one eye as well, so who cares?
Or when people thought it was going to be for the FNaF movie, and that was Mangle's spare head.
The hell is Chica Chowder?
Chica Chowder
is in.
I think that's Help Wanted 2.
Meat,
right? Is that her?
Yeah, it's in Help Wanted 2. Yeah.
Meat Pretzel, something Gregory says. They reuse a lot of jokes and like names and shit. Like I said, Moondrop is in FNaF VR.
100% meat. Oh wait. Meat or me? Yeah, meat.
It's meat.
It's really weird to think of Animask is an official Fazbear Entertainment like thing that you have to wear.
I think it is.
That they made posters of.
Oh, we didn't even go over the teasers, but weren't there not that many for Help Wanted?
There weren't that many, and they were all of like the games, like the mini games that you play.
I don't think they were like any like new like dialogue.
Yeah, they were just screenshots.
Like, your name is Steve, and you're a Snodgrass.
I do think the trailer though we could look at though.
I am Steve.
Yeah, let's finish with that. We can finish with the trailer for today.
I don't even remember the trailers.
And then we will.
I don't think I've ever watched the
so we'll watch that, and then chat next time. We'll do some of the other mini games. Sorry, it was like a shorter stream today, but we don't always get all that.
I can confirm that the little endo head was definitely for Help Wanted because it's got the same like weird like pixely effect that all the other Help Wanted teasers have. I have them all up here on FNAFlore.com, and they all have that exact same like pattern over them, like sequin pattern. That teaser has the same one. So
bring up the FNAF VR trailer, and then we'll watch that, and then we'll call it.
Sounds good.
My name is Edwin.
Yeah, sorry that I couldn't go for super long teasers.
That's okay. I know it's VR, so it's annoying. We'll get like 10,000 streams out of this though, so it's all right.
Yeah.
We'll get
you have to be there for all of them, so keep feeding them content.
Keep giving me views. Potter. All right, let me switch over to the Discord screen share. Oh no, you stop it. No, I'm not ready. No. Almost there. Okay, maybe just start it over one more time.
I want to record a message for you.
Okay. Bro. Now shut up. Alright, we're good. Here we go.
Gilwell logo was so different back then.
Yeah, it was like weirdly different.
Hello?
It's Freddy.
I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night.
Oh shit!
Oh, hold on, I'm being told things about the ORGN endo.
There's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, so just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit.
Oh no, dude.
The iconic horror franchise. Now in virtual reality.
What? I've never seen this trailer. What is with the fonts they've used for this trailer?
Oh shit, he's evil. Oh shit, it's the Phantoms. Oh, they didn't even show fucking scuffed ass Nightmare Fredbear in that one.
Off FNaF 1 stuff.
Oh wait, is this one? Is this it? The fuck was that?
It was Bonnet.
Bonnet.
So bad.
Bonnet.
If you guys look in,
wait, the stars are still there. The stars are still there.
Wait, guys, look in the chat for the server. There's stuff about the fucking ORGN thing from earlier.
Oh, you can point yourself to locker 14. That prove the eventual spirit is Casari. Casari. What chat? Which chat? FNaF court stream?
This server.
Yeah, this one. That's the one we were looking at.
We done seen this dude.
Oh, we did.
From Help Wanted
I
too.
I showed you. Yeah, it looks a little like the Mimic, but not that
much. See, this is what I'm saying. You see this like texture that's on the images?
Yeah.
For Help Wanted and this one, so they wouldn't do that if it wasn't.
It could be the Mimic. It's the Mimic, guys. The Mimic was never planned.
The Mimic, oh yeah.
The Mimic was not planned at that time. That trailer is crazy because I'm so used to Steel Wool like trailers looking like an official, like a AAA studio trailer.
Yeah.
But this still gives like very indie vibes. Like that no, I know. But I mean, like, look at that jump cut. That's great. That's just like a zoomed in
Look at the shot of body.
Yeah, it's zoom in. Like yeah, they're not even 3D rendered.
Yeah, they didn't even like zoom in like in engine. They just like,
okay, yeah, I found the brown Nightmare Fredbear.
Okay.
Show it. We'll end with that.
You can send it in the chat. I'll show it. Yeah, chat. This is what.
It's in the side. It's in the side chat for the.
This is what Nightmare Fredbear used to look like. Nightmare Fredbear used to have a brown bow tie. Yeah, that's what it was originally going to be. And my theory was that they were originally going to. My theory was that they were originally going to do this as a way to emphasize the difference between the actual FNaF games and the game Steve made. It's like, but in Steve Snodgrass's FNaF games, Nightmare Fredbear was brown. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I think it's like just more Golden Freddy erasure.
Yeah, well, but then they undid it. And he just looks normal.
Yeah, which is weird.
So,
like, I think, like, I low-key think that was intentional Fredbear erasure.
Fredbear erasure.
No, because basically when that came out, there was a huge controversy over it, and Steel Wool actually commented on it, saying that they're going to fix it. It's just a placeholder.
Oh,
that's cringe.
Okay. I don't know why they would need
it was like a huge controversy.
It's just colors, bro. They're just colors. Like,
yeah, people were like, how can we trust Steel Wool to make it?
The model's done.
It's the fact that people were like, how can we trust Steel Wool to make a game if they can't even get the color palette of an animatronic right?
Bro.
Yeah, so do you think they wanted to use that design, but they were like, oh no, Golden Freddy doesn't exist in the main, like, in-universe games.
There would be more things pointing to where it was a mistake, but maybe if we like spoke so behind the scenes on it, who would be willing to maybe tell us flat out, but...
The idea that's a mistake is crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah, because that's what they said, yeah.
Yeah, the stars are... Well, so yeah, next time, Nero, we'll have to look in the bedroom, because the stars are still there.
Yeah.
You know, chat, we'll probably get like...
UCN in VR.
Chat, we'll probably get like 3 or 4 parts out of Help Wanted. I'd say 3, probably. And then we have Curse... Well, not 4 if we're counting Curse of Dreadbear. So... Which we are.
Do we think Curse of Dreadbear is just going to be a one and done? It probably can.
Yeah. Curse of Dreadbear will be 1, probably.
Forget how, dude. I haven't seen anything about Curse of Dreadbear since it came out. So
well, we're about to solve it. Well, we already got Candy Bar Theory today. Peak, holy peak. Chica was made in 1945.
Oh, Fazbear Entertainment is in the chat. I was watching your Charlie video. CharlieLast video. It's good.
Molten Freddy also had a brown bow tie and a hat. Molten Freddy's in this game?
No.
Yeah, that's
Molten Freddy just in the original game just did have a. Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense because
it's weird. Yeah, because there's no.
Hmm.
Yeah, but there's no brown hat Freddy ever.
It's
Except
Rust.
for
Believe it.
Stage 01.
Believe it, it's Rust.
Man, I don't get like because Funtime Freddy does not look the same as Molten Freddy. So I'm wondering, is FNAF 6 just a style change, which is why Scraptrap looks the way he does? It's the same way that the Wizards are actually just the originals, but like in universe they look the same.
Yeah, but then we got like Lefty and FNAF Have Wanted 2, and he looks real. But FNAF Have Wanted 2 isn't a game.
Yeah, but UCN also has the Wizards alongside the classics, and they keep telling us the Wizards probably aren't real.
I don't know. I think the Wizards might be literally... They might be the truth.
The unwithered truth is that the unwithered aren't real.
No, that's not true. That's impossible.
It's impossible.
That's impossible.
You're lying. That's impossible.
Chica Chowder, Captain Foxy's Carousel. Oh, what's your favorite?
Join the server. Talk about CharlieLast. I am very curious about CharlieLast. That video was interesting.
Yeah, that is one of his videos.
And if the FNAF movie goes there, I'll be more easily convinced that that's the idea.
Oh yeah, if Charlie goes like, yeah, after the originals, that'd be crazy.
Alongside the toys like being invented, I'll be much more easily convinced of CharlieLast.
All right, when would you want to? Actually, all right. So I was gonna say Nero. Sometime next week, we could probably do the second one.
Yeah, I can't do the weekend, like Thursday to Sunday, but I could do anytime after or before that. Yeah, cool. But I have a lot to do over the course. I was gonna say,
might need to make it like next Monday then, not this Monday, but the Monday after, because I want to actually make like a good video. I haven't made a good video in a while. I've been kind of getting shit on in the algorithm, so. I mean, the Shadow Animatronics didn't do terrible.
Finish it up.
Ugh.
I'll have to finish it up because I'm almost done. So,
well, you'll have plenty of time.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get peak viewership this stream. We did pretty good. We got like 180 at one point. It's not bad.
No, we were in the 200s for a little bit when we were talking about GlueVictim.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Dude, no, our peak was GlueVictim. That's not a joke. That's like unironically.
That's fucking
Dude,
insane.
we stopped talking about GlueVictim and we lost 50 viewers. That's not a joke. That's a real thing that happened.
They're like, oh, now we gotta go for the Steel Wool era. Let's make an overanalyzing GlueVictim video stream.
Dude, to me, it's so difficult to analyze anything pre-security breach because Scott literally said that he had no idea how to tell other people about his story.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
that's pretty rough.
I don't even know if I can trust Help Wanted.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, Fazbear, I'm gonna go watch part 2 after I get off. Actually, I'll probably take a little nap.
Zasmodeus, go watch part 1 and 2. It's interesting.
Too bad that we're ending though, because 6 p.m. is like my peak viewership hour. Tough. Anyways, chat.
We could just talk about something else. You could stop and start a new stream if you wanted.
Talking about GlueVictim.
I'm up to talk for whatever. I'm not up to anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about like
Let's get Fazbear Entertainment on.
Actually, yeah, Fazbear. We could call you and we could watch your new video if you want.
Or we could just talk about CharlieLast.
I'm gonna head off now.
Yeah,
we're doing other
stuff. All right, Cryo.
All right, you guys take care.
But I'm gonna whip it out on your face, Cryo. Whipping it out on your face.
Oh, God. Wait. If we find another fire extinguisher in FNAF 2 or 3, I give you permission.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, peace.
What were you gonna say, Nero? Who is Minecraft?
Yeah, who has Minecraft?
Everyone.
I have
that's
Minecraft.
ever been born.
You know what you could do, T-Dreads?
The FNAF SMP.
There is one, actually. There actually is one.
Oh,
the FNAF SMP. Why didn't we start an actual FNAF SMP? I'd totally do that.
Yeah, no, Mamakato started one. If you want, we could get you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we should stream.
I don't have any mods. Yeah, I don't have any mods though.
Well, no, it's not modded.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just FNaF.
I'm waiting to hear from Fazbear Entertainment though.
True.
Fazbear, get on the call. Fazbear Entertainment.
We have like 90
that's such
hours.
a name that's difficult.
They said
I'm
he's down. Okay. I don't know what the fuck his Discord is, and I don't want him to leak it.
I know what it is. He's in my server. I know what it is.
Okay.
Email me,
right.
Fazbear. Oh, he's in the FNAF tube, is he?
He's in FNAF Tube Sanctuary.
No, he's in my server.
All right, you can invite him. You should be able to invite people to this. All right, chat. We're content farming somebody else. Thank God.
What the hell?
Theory review. We're content farming somebody.
Server.
Fazbear, accept my friend request. Thank you.
Narrow. How do you not have me in the server? This is crazy.
Put the link to his video in one of the chats.
Zach on Crack is back in the chat.
I also can send the.
You good?
Frederick
he's here.
Fazbear.
Hello, Frizzleton
Frederick
Fazbear.
Fazbear. At last we meet. I'm also Frederick Fazbear.
I am T-Dreads.
There you go. I sent part 1 in chat.
I already saw part 1.
I'll send part 2 in a second.
I was his biggest fan. I was there since day 1.
I didn't know if you want to watch part 1 or part 2 because we're doing this.
I think we should just talk about it. I think we should just talk.
Okay.
I haven't gotten around to watching it.
Because everyone should watch parts 2 on their own. But I'm saying, let's just have a chat.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. He hasn't said a word yet.
Man, it was so funny. Can you
guys not hear me?
videos?
I can hear you.
We can hear you. Oh, okay, you're there.
Sorry.
It was so funny with my reboot video, part 1, because somebody commented like, "Oh, can I react to your video?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, but if you wouldn't mind, like, I'd like you to edit it in some way, you know, like your like favorite parts, so that there's still a reason to go and watch the full video. So it's not just you reacting to the full video." And the way he interpreted that was to have the whole video bouncing around the screen like the DVD logo.
That's fire. That's fire.
It was so funny. And I was like, that's not what I meant at all.
I mean, he meant the instructions. He edited it. He did edit it.
And all the comments were like, I don't think that's what bro meant. I went to go watch the original immediately. So I guess it worked. All right. Narrow has died. I don't know where he went. Frederick Fazbear, welcome.
Hello,
nice to meet you.
Fazbear.
It is nice to meet you guys.
So CharlieLast. Very interesting first video. I really liked it. I thought it was well made. I thought it was well written, well argued. How
I appreciate it.
Recently have you come to this conclusion? What sort of led you to this point?
Pretty much as soon as Help Wanted 2 came out in the Grave Order, I was like, this has got to be indicating that she died last. Like, I got to go back through and look at everything we've gotten and see if we misinterpreted something along the way.
Yeah, honestly, the way I've looked at it since then is like, it's either something deeper that they're going to reveal in the future, or it's the Death Order, because there's very little I can connect it to other than the Death Order that feels like kind of like square peg round hole situation. I find it difficult not to stretch the evidence in a way of like, oh well, if you do the FNAF 3 minigames in this order, it lines up with the Order of the Graves, but it's like, why would that be the case? It feels more related to the order of deaths in the series.
Yeah, exactly. I never understood the idea that, it's supposed to be the spirit release order because, why would they tell us that? Like, what do we need to know that, Bonnie and Foxy released in a different order?
Yeah, that's fair. So since Help Wanted 2, you've been thinking along these lines. Is there anything when you started looking into it that sealed the deal for you?
When 5 laps at Freddy's with the dice, I was like,
oh, the 87
this
dice.
Is Midnight Motorist. Yeah, Midnight Motorist is, very clearly, they put the Spring Bonnie antenna on the car, and then they put the 87 there. I was like, okay, well, if Charlie's last and the dice are indicating 87, then maybe she died at the 87 location. And so I went back and looked.
So remind me, do you think Junior's is the FNAF 2 location?
No, I think Junior's is just a bar, and it's just meant to disprove Will Care, show that he's an alcoholic and that he's abusive towards his kids and such.
Here, let me give chat some context. Chat, we are we are talking about CharlieLast from Fazbear Entertainment. I have the video pulled up on screen right now, but if you want to watch it, you should go and like watch it, and you should also maybe type like, this is one of my top 14 favorite videos or something to help engagement and make him the most famous FNAF 2 ever, because it was a good video. It was solid.
Yeah, it was my my first, so I was kind of nervous about it.
No, it's a good video, and it's a good thing to come out swinging with. I think. One of the things with Midnight Motorist 87 for me is Junior's. As much as it is just simpler to say it's a bar, the thing with Junior's for me is we have a person standing outside saying, "You know, you can't be here," and the only time we've seen something resembling that in the series is when FNAF 2 talks about how previous employees aren't let in, and obviously the previous employee being implied to be William as the previous night guard. So that, along with the fact that the route from the Midnight Motorist house to Junior's is the same as the FNAF 4 house to Fredbear's, and for other reasons me thinking that FNAF 2 and Fredbear's might be the same location, I'm like, what if Junior's is just the FNAF 2 location, though? But then the issue comes up, if Charlie died in 1987, where is William driving from if it's not from killing Charlie?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I could see. Yeah, that is.
So then when you look at Midnight Motorist, do you think the Aftons moved houses post FNAF 4 minigames?
I think that no. I think that it's just I don't think the mini games are ever intended to be as literal as they're shown. I think that they're all narrative interpretations. It's just kind of showing
do you think then Junior's is the same as Fredbear's? Is the same building?
I do think FNAF 2 is the same. If Junior's is the FNAF 2 location, then I would say that would fit, because I do think that the FNAF 2 location is what Fredbear's was, because phone guy, when he's talking in FNAF 2 in the call, says it was closed for years though, which I think indicates that it's not closed now because it is this current restaurant.
That would be, to me, also the only reason they'd ever call the owner of a location 2 locations previous. Because why would they call the owner of a restaurant 2 locations ago? We're going to call the original owner. Why? Regardless if you think the DCI happened or something to do with William or something to do with Cassidy or whatever, regardless of what you think, or Charlie, whatever you think happened at the FNAF 2 location, there's no reason for them to call the people who owned Fredbear's. That's a random group of people to call, unless you're in the same building and there's something you need to know about the building.
I actually recently, when I was doing the part 2, I'm not totally convinced on this, but I think it is possible that that William was the sole CEO of Fredbear's and that Henry was just an engineer, and then William allowed Henry to make Freddy's as its own offshoot location, and that's why William was so pissed whenever Fredbear's and Circus Babies closed down, is because he felt like, I allowed this to be created, this should be mine.
Yeah, I got a question.
And that's why. Yeah.
So you said, I don't remember if you said this in your video or not, about but I like the idea of the puppet at least already being sentient by the time the others become sentient. So she could have died after, and then just guides the spirits to the vessels or whatever, wakes them up essentially. Yeah. Do you bring up the FNAF 2 between night sequences? Where
I do, yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say, the puppet is already awake when that's happening, and on Wither and I a while ago we were theorizing that is just a live action version of Give Gifts, Give Life. That's the same thing, we are watching Give Gifts Give Life with actual footage. Was the idea that we had, is that she's waking them up right then in that moment, and that's why they're looking at each other like, what the fuck, we're alive. You know?
Yeah, I do agree. I do think it's representative of Give Gifts Give Life. I just don't think that I mean, obviously it shows the classic animatronics in it, and it implies that it's at the FNaF 1 location, but I think it's more so the fact that they're called dreams is similar to the idea of Michael dreaming his memories of the crying child in FNaF 4, where we hear the FNaF 1 phone calls at 4, because it's the puppet looking into Freddy's eyes and seeing his memories presented as dreams, which then leads into the Save Them minigame, which is why you play as Withered Freddy following the puppet around the FNaF 2 location, because that's like a direct sequence of events in my interpretation.
And we know that the spirits can see into
Freddy is Cake Bear, or Unwithered Freddy is Cake Bear.
Either that or Toy Freddy, because the Cake Bear has buttons on the chest, which both Toy Freddy and Withered Freddy have.
But why would it be Unwithered Freddy and not just Toy Freddy?
I don't think it has to be either way. I think I mostly just bring up the idea of Unwithered Freddy because of the fact that there are the children's drawings which indicate Unwithered Toy Chica at the location. So it seems plausible that there might have been the Unwithered in use at some point in time. But I think it is more likely that it is just Toy Freddy.
I know even like T-Dreads on your FNaF 1 or FNaF 2 breakdown, and you were looking at the drawings, the kids' drawings.
Oh no, Unwithered.
I genuinely think
the Unwithered.
Unwithered fighting Withered. I think that those drawings are just supposed to be creepy drawings that the kids are doing, that are drawing either they're drawing the toys and it's just the kids are bad at drawing, so they look creepy, and it's like creepy ambience for the whole restaurant. I know they don't have like the red cheeks or whatever, but I think that's more likely than the Unwithers having existed in the location at the same time, based on how Ralph talks about them, or that those particular kids like drawings. I'm trying to remember the kids' drawings of FNaF 2. They don't say the new and improved. They just say my day at the new Freddy
Freddy's. Yeah. Right? The thing that indicates to me that it's meant to be, some form of withered Chica, either withered or unwithered, is the fact that it's got teeth on the top beak, which only withered Chica has. And that's the same point in the video right now on stream, is that Chica has teeth on the top beak there, indicating that it's unwithered Chica. Or withered, whichever.
It also does have mangle, I'll say, on those same drawings. But I also believe the mangle probably came before 1987, so it's not disproving. They do have Balloon Boy or JJ on one of the signs.
Yeah, Faz,
Golden Freddy,
is there maybe a certain segment of the original video that you want to break down? Do you have a favorite
of the original video?
Yeah, because I don't want to watch the new one on stream.
I think the funniest bit of the original video is going over Toy Chica's high school years with the throwing a bag over the kid's head. That seems to, I don't know about a specific part, because it's all kind of like blends in together with everything else. That part's
seamless.
The funniest part, if you want to. Yeah.
But what I was going to say about those ones, my day at the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza does not have to mean the FNaF 2 location. It could just mean that it's the first Freddy's where all the Withereds used to be, with the puppet and Mangle. So, my day at the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it's because it's new because it's after Fredbear's. So that's what it means by new Freddy Fazbear's. It's that it's the first, so it's new.
So those drawings you're saying would be from like the
last location? Yeah. I think as well, the fact that Ralph says about the toys that they walk around during the day, isn't that neat? That implies that the toys are the kind of the first ones to do that. I would say that the toys are actually the first animatronics to walk around. Therefore, Cake Bear walking around and handing stuff to the kids could have been a hint that, that's Toy Freddy, not Unwithered Freddy or Freddy.
He's walking around during the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I was watching
what Ralph
Nero's
says.
stream the other day, and they're dancing around that idea that that Toy Freddy and the toys seem to be like the only animatronics that like just recently have the ability to walk around during the day.
Yeah, they've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility. They even let him walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? So that implies that the toys are the first line of animatronics which actually walk around during operating hours.
Of course, that's unless we want to take the weird route and say that dude in that mat, the Freddy, like Cake Bear, is a guy, and he's just like an employee handing out cake.
It could just be an employee. It could, but I find the way it slows down walking implies that it's sort of tied into the whole horror haunted machines aspect.
Yeah, I bring up in this video here the fact that one thing that kind of goes against the idea that it would have to be, either Toy or Withered Freddy, and as the Take Cake Bear, is the fact that in Security Breach and onwards in Ruin, they show all kinds of advertisements for Fred Bears, where the bear in the advertisements is brown with a black hat and bow tie. But I don't think it outweighs the Grave Order and the 87 dice to say that, it's intended to be correcting that idea, especially because I don't think people were talking about that idea.
That's fair. I did also, just by the way, disprove my own evidence, 2 seconds, because I looked up the FNaF 3 transcripts, and when they're talking about the spring locks, they say how to operate mascots when they're in animatronic form. For ease of operation, the animatronics is set to turn and walk towards sound cues. This is an easy, hands-free approach to make sure the animatronics stay where the children are for maximum entertainment / crowd-pleasing value. So that means that the spring locks also walked around during the day. So it's not fair to say, oh, the first robots that walked around with the toys. It's just, it's weird in hindsight that Ralph says that it's neat that the toys walk around when that's something that animatronics from 4 years ago at least.
I think that could also no, because he is the one training. I was going to say, I think it could also be indicative of the fact that Ralph doesn't seem to have ever worked at Fredbear's. Seems like he started at Freddy's, but he does, when he's saying that in the FNaF 3 transcript, that's him training Freddy's employees. So,
yeah.
That was one of the other things that I think is indicative of the fact that it's meant to be at a Freddy's location when she dies, which I think is starting to become a more popular idea, is the fact that the Take Cake Bear, regardless of what Freddy it is brown with a black top hat and bow tie, which would indicate that it's Freddy and not Fredbear.
Yeah, that's fair. Though Follow Me shows a yellow Freddy with a brown hat. But the purple hat idea didn't come into Scott's mind, at least until FNaF 4.
That's true. Yeah, then, again, there's the Security Breach and Ruin Fredbear's advertisements with brown with black accents.
Mm-hmm. That's so weird. Why did they do that?
Beats me.
I don't understand why Fredbear, unless they're trying to say Charlie first, I have no reason to understand why Steelwool would make Fredbear look like Freddy in Fredbear's Family Diner advertisements.
Yeah.
Because if they're trying to show that FNaF 4 is accurate, they should have the brightest yellow bear with purple accessories that you could even possibly draw on those images. But instead they have a orangey, browny, yellow colored bear with black accessories. And it's ugh.
Yeah.
That was on stage with Spring Bonnie.
That's also one of the bigger points in my theory is that I don't think that the DCI is real. I think that it's just the MCI.
I don't think so either.
And
at this stage, I don't think so either.
Where's Cryo? Cryo.
No, not Lefty.
Lefty.
But I think that's, if the DCI didn't happen, then what is the investigation being talked about in the phone calls? And I think that it's Charlie, especially since the minigame, depicts a kid dying outside and phone
whatever's
guys
going on out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good,
to be fair,
that's a good point.
To be fair, I find the wording of out there to be so vague that I don't think he literally means like right outside the door. I don't find that to be. I think regardless of if you believe it's about Charlie or not,
here's what
I don't
I'll
think
say.
that's supposed to be the hint.
I think out there is absolutely referring to. I think out there is absolutely referring to outside the building. Like the DCI, the minigame that we think is the DCI is showing kids in the building. So he wouldn't say whatever's going out there if they had found the bodies in the restaurant. So the out there is outside the building, I think.
But think about it. Okay, assuming the DCI is a real thing, think about it from the other perspective where Fazbear are telling Ralph to tell the other employees that everything is fine. What's on the news is kids gone missing, like in town. And Ralph's going, oh, whatever's going on out there, that's got nothing to do with us. Even if the news reports are saying it might have something to do with us, it's out there. We're not even involved. It's just out there with other people. It's sad. These things happen sometimes, but that doesn't mean that it's because of our restaurant. I know other kids have gone missing before, but that's not because of us. Out there refers to Fazbear trying to distance themselves from the incidents at all. Obviously, there's something happening relating to Freddy's, because otherwise there would not be an investigation and there wouldn't be that Night 6 call. You're
saying it still could be about the dead bodies in the building.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's that first call is just Ralph distancing the company. He's saying out there in reference to like, oh, kids have gone missing, but that's not our fault. Just because kids went missing doesn't mean it's our fault. Now, I'm not even saying that as a disagreement with Charlie87. All I'm saying is I don't think that's the nail in the coffin evidence is the words out there, because within context of that sentence, it's just Ralph trying to distance the company from association. Yeah, so I'd more so look at what do they say about the investigation? Why is there an investigation going on? There's one thing that they say, these local stories come and go from person to story, whatever's going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our establishment. It's just all rumor and speculation, people trying to make a buck. Our guard during the day has reported nothing unusual, and he's on watch from opening till close. That, to me, is when you play Save Them, it's oh, the day guard's just fucking lying because he's the one killing the kids. Obviously the day guard hasn't reported anything. He's the one that's the problem. That's the line that's supposed to signal that the day guard is suspicious. Oh, everyone's just making up stories. The one guy who we can rely on, he says nothing's wrong.
Well,
so that's fine.
That also makes me feel though. Yeah, that does make me feel like whatever's going on is inside the building, because he's they've had the day guard on watch to make sure nobody gets in, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel it is those dead bodies you see and Save Them.
Well, my interpretation of it, I think that the reason they're saying that is because Fazbear has a tendency to take real things that happen and twist it into something else. So the night guards being stuffed into suits isn't because of, kids killing you the way that they were killed, and it's not haunted robots, it's faulty programming. And so the way I see it is that, whatever's going on out there has nothing to do with our establishment, and the twist on it is that it is the day guard, and that they're trying to claim no connection, and then they immediately say, don't let anybody in here, no previous employees. And I think that's them. They show, is the day guard from Foxy Go 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 in the same game.
Mm-hmm. The only thing then is the next phone call the next night is, I want to emphasize that this investigation going on is just a precaution. Fazbear Entertainment denies any wrongdoing. These things happen sometimes. I'll get it all sorted out in a few days. Just keep an eye on things. As a side note, try to avoid eye contact with the other animatronics tonight if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure. But the characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive toward the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare.
You know, that just made me think
regardless
about
of
that just made me think about the movie. Yeah, tamper with their facial recognition, and they hate adults.
But see, this is the thing. So you can take it as what I always took this as when I was younger, when the series was coming out, was that the toys are possessed by ghosts. And in the same way that Fazbear blames faulty coding on the stuffing you into a suit thing, this is they're like, oh, someone must have tampered with their facial recognitions because there's no other reason that they'd be aggressive. But it's like, no, they're just haunted. But Fazbear's trying to come up with a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they interact with kids just fine is also important because that's their kids as well. So they're interacting with kids just fine, but adults scare them. So they're just staring at them. That to me is like the toys are, at least in some minor way, they are possessed. Whatever it's possessed by, whether it's the MCI or the DCI, I don't know, but they're not just robots that are acting up because they interact with kids just fine. It's the fact that they're interacting with adults that's the problem. Then the next day, the building's on lockdown. No one's allowed in or out, especially concerning previous employees. Then they're going to move you to the day shift because a position just became available. Then they're trying to replace you, so they're going to contact the original restaurant owner. Hang on a minute, I just realized something. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. We're going to try contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place is Freddy's Family Diner or something like that. It was closed for years, though. I don't be able to track anybody down. Is that not implying that whoever they're calling to try and get a replacement for your shift?
I think that would indicate that, yeah. My interpretation was that they're calling because the reason the animatronics have now started acting aggressive is because Charlie has just died and given life to the kids back. And what Charlie knows is that the day guard killed her. And so now the animatronics are like, looking at the day guards like, hey. And then when the bite of 87 happens, it's because it's the day guard who is up close and personal with them. And so I think that them trying to reach out to the original restaurant owner is because now Golden Freddy is active with, Cassidy inside being awake and has been moving around, in my interpretation, going to Michael's house to go get him to be Fritz for the next night immediately after. And so they're trying to get in contact with the owner of Fredbear's to see what's going on with why is this spring lock moving around?
Okay, with the idea that the runaway is Fritz, right? That Cassidy has contacted Michael and gotten him to come to Freddy's to be Fritz for night 6. How do you explain that he was hired and had a pink slip to be fired?
That's a good question, but
because he has to be hired, right?
Yeah. I've also, that was one of the other issues I had with that was that, I think that Michael was probably 12 when the bite of 83 happened because Michael in the movie says he was 12 and also Devin and Ike being 12 and 6 and VIP. I think that Michael was probably meant to be 12, which would mean that he would be 16 for 1987. Mm-hmm. So I kind of struggle with putting Michael at FNaF 2 in general, but I do think it is implied. I think that it might have just been, I think that's why Phone Guy is like, what are you doing there? I think it's because I don't necessarily think that Michael went through a whole thing. I think he just kind of showed up and, because they did say don't let any, previous employees in. And Michael
is night 6 Fritz? I think night 6 is Jeremy still, no?
Or I think night 7 is Fritz, right?
Yeah, so the what on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? Is to Jeremy, not to Fritz.
Yeah, I think Mike comes down essentially when everyone's already left the building, including Phone Guy.
Yeah, there's no Phone Guy to call Mike.
He just
that place is locked down. No one's doing anything. Mike G just breaks in. Oh yeah. Okay, who else is it gonna be? Who the fuck's going there after it's? Besides maybe Henry, who the fuck would even go there when it's on lockdown? Who'd be able to?
That's what I'm thinking. Is the implication of the previous night is we don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. We're trying to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place is Freddy's Family Diner. So that sounds like, oh, we're trying to replace you, so we're going to call the people who used to own the building.
The Afton house.
And then the next night,
and Michael picks up the
working,
phone and he says, "Hello, I am the purple guy's son.
I'm going to break out my window.
I've got ended inside of me.
I was closed for years, so I don't be able to track anybody down."
Yeah, that was one of the things that led me into the idea that it's possible that Henry might not have been one of the CEOs of Fredbear's, was the fact that I think that Henry made the FNaF 2 location in the toys. If you look at Lefty, compared to Toy Freddy, it's very similar.
The Lefty is identical to Rockstar Freddy, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a phone call real quick and keep talking.
I think that it's possible that Rockstar was also Henry's work. But
they have 4 fingers, right? The Rockstars. Am I wrong in saying that?
I'm not sure. I don't count the fingers and toes.
I'm doing my fingers and toes counting, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they have 4 fingers. I think there is something to do with like 4 fingers versus 3 fingers, because the Rockstars and the Fun Times as well. The Fun Times and the Springlocks all have 4 fingers, whereas the classics, the Wizards, the Toys, and the something else, they all have. I think the Mediocre Melodies all have 3 fingers, and I think somebody before has said that William builds with 4 fingers and Henry builds with 3. So in that case, Henry would be responsible for the toys.
Yeah, that was one of the issues that I'd come up with is, if Henry was one of the CEOs of Fredbear's and he also created the toys, why would they need to track him down if he was the person in charge of FNaF 2?
Yeah.
Because in my interpretation, I don't think that he was the one convicted. I think it was William. But that led me down the path of like, okay, well, maybe Henry wasn't one of the CEOs. Maybe he just was the creator of Freddy's. And potentially the Freddy character as a whole, but so them trying to track down the original owner would be William in that case.
Can I ask a question? Who do people think Fritz is? Because in the context of the game, this guy breaks in after the building's completely on shutdown, like by police and fucking everything. So do people really think it's just some random fucking dude? Some just new guys, just like, I'm gonna see what's going on here.
Can I give you the craziest theory that I have?
It's William.
No, Jeremy is William, and Fritz is Michael, and the first day guard is a fall guy who William sets up.
Fall guys? Sorry.
But that the whole thing of us trying to think that the day guard was William, was the killer, was actually like another one of FNaF 2 switcheroos.
Pink guy.
No, it wasn't Pink Guy.
It was Pink
No, it was like,
I knew it.
Because the night guard also, Purple Guy in the Save Them minigame has a Save Them, or has a, what the fuck am I saying? Has a yellow badge, which would indicate like a night guard position.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obviously when there's no one else in the building. So if you want to say that this person was a night guard, obviously the first day guard was on the night shift, but it depends on when you think the killing or whatever happened in FNaF 2 occurs. Did it happen while he was on day shift or on night shift?
Gibby points out that you're guard number 3. You're night guard number 3. So he thinks that Afton was night guard number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, sorry. But the thing is, the reason I thought of why the Jeremy could be William and why Fritz is Mike is Fritz is obviously the name of this Foxy spirit, which Foxy we can link directly to Michael. But Jeremy
Theory chum, you're
is
too
the
late.
spirit of the Bonnie, the spirit of the Bonnie victim. And if William was going to associate with any of the MCI kids, he would associate with Jeremy. So that would give us a reason that Jeremy exists and why Fritz is Michael. So Jeremy represents Bonnie, who represents William. Fritz represents Foxy, who represents Michael. And the day guard is actually someone who's just taking the fall. And in terms of the meta perspective of playing the game, you're supposed to think what we currently think, that William, the killer, is the day guard. But then we're supposed to go later, oh wait, no, he's the night guard. It's the same person. That's what the whole, like, wait, didn't you get the memo? Why are you still here?
Yeah, but matpat said it's the Bonnie bully, so...
Yeah, you're so right, actually. Never mind.
No, I'm asking, I'm trying to ask, like, chat, because chat's saying Fritz is a random guy. Chat, in the context of the story, who the fuck is breaking in to work a 6-hour shift at a murder spot that never goes named again? Like, I get Jeremy being a random guy, but Fritz being some random dude. You know what? I think I'm gonna go die today. That's a little.
You know what? Here's an anti-theory.
Anti-theory.
Fritz Smith is like a translation of Mike Schmidt, because Fritz is like the German version of Mike. And, no, hang on.
I opened up Google Translate and I typed in.
No, I'm pretty sure because Fritz, I've definitely heard this before. Fritz is the German equivalent of the name Mike, and Schmidt translates in English to Smith. So it's the inverse, where Mike Schmidt becomes Fritz Smith. It's basically saying it's a joke that Scott is doing that isn't meant to mean anything. We're supposed to go, oh, ha, he switched the German of the first name and the second name. He's flipped them here, so it's a German first name and an English second name. And that we're not supposed to think about it. It's supposed to be just like purely like a joke. It's like, haha, you played as Mike Schmidt in the first one, you're playing as Fritz Smith in this one. Don't worry, it's not even canon. It's night 7. The building closed down last night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know, it's weird.
So
because that's custom night. Like, you can do whatever on custom night.
No, but elements of the entered ending are canon. Elements of the entered ending are possible in universe.
Yeah, I just think this is FNaF 2, we have to remember. So Scott was still in, like, early days. Like, he's very much of his, like, oh, I'm just making the game. Who cares? Woo, I'm just making
but Mike Schmidt probably wasn't the purple guy's son anyway. So I feel like you can...
No,
Scott,
he wasn't.
Yeah, Scott always be retconning shit, or Scott conning shit.
Oh, he could have made up his mind later.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And because the biggest hint of that would be the fact that he chose to make the Foxy Kid's spirit's name Fritz. That's such a strange
he's saying that might prove it's Michael then, because since he's the Foxy bro, he'd use the Foxy Kid's name or some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that was Scott being like, playing chess while we're all playing checkers. He was going, hang on a minute. They don't even know that Fritz and Michael are the same person. So what I'm going to do is name the Foxy Kid after Michael's fake name in FNaF 2, and it'll confirm like 3 things at once. So I could see that from like Scott playing 3D chess. I can see that being his thought process.
Yeah.
People have said that he's the father. Like, Fritz and Jeremy are the fathers of those MCI victims.
MCI kids. I could see Jeremy, because Jeremy Fitzgerald got cast in the movie, the new one.
Yeah, but in terms of like the story, what is that telling us? 2 of the MCI had fathers who were bothered to go do something about it? ? Or they just worked for the company that killed their kids? I like, what is the story purpose of that? What's that trying to tell us, like, thematically? Why would Scott want that to be an element of the story? Why is it Fritz and Jeremy and not Gabriel and Susie? Why are they specifically juniors of the dads? It's like, it's coming up with a reason without really understanding, like, what would go into telling a story. Like, why is that a story element?
Yeah, I could definitely see the idea that, Jeremy being linked to Bonnie and Fritz being linked to Foxy when he, gave those names. It was the idea is that Jeremy is somebody who's Bonnie being, William, and then Fritz would be Michael. That seems like a solid line of logic.
Like that's why Scott told us those names. It was the other way around. It wasn't like, oh, we're supposed to figure out something about the FNaF, about the MCI victims because they're related to the FNaF 2 guards. It's the other way around. We're supposed to figure out who the FNaF 2 guards are by giving them links to the names of the characters that are most important to them.
Yeah. I'm curious, what do you guys think about the DCI being Into the Pit?
The what?
What? Like the kids in the Into the Pit game that
being
are
the
rescued?
DCI?
Being the DCI?
Yeah, I think
you're tweaking, sire.
Yeah. Part of my part 2 is that there's a huge link between Into the Pit and FNaF 2, including in Return to the Pit, where all of the secret minigames in Into the Pit are basically just reskins of FNaF 2 games. And also Oswald seems to take Charlie's place in Return to the Pit for Happiest Day. I think that there's a solid connection between Into the Pit and FNaF 2. And I think the idea is that that's what the Save Them minigames is supposed to be indicating to us, is that it's altered memories of the MCI based on the spirits of the kids who have just woken up at the FNaF 2 location.
But how does that relate to how Cassidy immigrated from Imperial China through the ball pit?
No. Teachers, you didn't make that video. You decided against it.
Dude, I'm gonna make one like it. I'm gonna make a fucking ChatGPT
Yellow bear, really
Teacher, not cool, bear. Dude. Not cool. Hey, dude, technically that wasn't me, though. I asked ChatGPT. I said, you're Scott Cawthon. Why is Golden Freddy yellow? And it said, well, in Imperial China, yellow represents power.
No.
I was like, so true. So true, Scott GPT.
1 second, I gotta take a call.
What are you doing?
I think he's take a call.
I gotta take a call.
Oh, okay. It's the original restaurant owner. They're calling him. The FNaF 2 location calling him. We need you. What the fuck is going on? You have any other theories in the works?
Yeah, I got a couple. I personally am not super convinced on Dave being the crying child's name, but I don't have a better explanation.
It's better than everything else we have so far.
Yeah, I think it's the most likely. I just don't know if it's the actuality.
He might not have a name. Hot take. He might not have a name.
Yeah. Well, my general idea is that the Foxy grid obviously is related to Foxy, and so I think that we're supposed to use everything that Mike writes throughout the book to indicate what the crying child's name is, because he doesn't have his own memories. But I haven't fleshed that out at all. It's just a general idea I've had floating around.
I also think the Foxy grid, the most baffling thing to me about the Foxy grid is that I think it's like 46 characters wide, and any solution I've seen to the Foxy grid only has numbers that go up into like the 30s. So my thing is always, why is the Foxy grid 45 characters wide if we're only supposed to use the first 3 characters? Like, you could have just made them big boxes. You didn't need to give us that many characters. So whenever I see something Foxy grid related, I always want it to go somewhere into the 40s, because if it did, then we'd have a reason for a grid that large. Because right now it feels like every theory I see only uses one tiny section of the grid and not anything else. And I feel like if there was a theory that was like, there's a letter here, a letter on the complete other side of it, and then a letter in the middle, I'd feel so much more confident about it, because it would feel like there was a reason to give it that size of a grid.
Yeah. I think that it's possible that that's the tally marks have something to do with it, but I haven't.
Tally marks are so weird
at all.
I've spent so long poring over that fucking book. It's so, I can't even get my head around it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I also got a theory floating around about I think that Glitchtrap is at least in part William. It's not pure mimic. And
the logbook is?
No. This is a separate thing. I just think that that Glitchtrap is at least in part William. That's one of the other things I might release sooner.
Yeah, I feel like that's more interesting. I'd rather it be that way than just like.
Yeah. I think that Burn Trap is.
They're so far away from possession now. It's hard to.
Yeah.
Hard to link it back. I wonder if they're trying to do a thing of like, the first FNaF saga was all about ghosts. The second FNaF saga is all about AI. What's the third one going to be about? Like if they're just going to do a completely different thing. Agony. The only problem with the movie is, even if the movie was like dead center, Charlie dies after the MCI. If it just said that straight up, we'd still have people being like, but it's the movie continuity. They did it because it's different. It's a different continuity. Yeah. And I might even be one of those people. I might say that. Like, I feel like I could come to argue that if they said some other theory, that I didn't like. So the movie, for me, I'm like waiting for it to confirm like soul splitting or something, something borrowed, something new. But I'm also waiting for the arguments to be like, the DCI did happen, but it only happened in the games. It didn't happen in the movie timeline because the movie's cleaner.
That's one of the things I've been pondering too, is, regardless of, whatever the movie shows, I don't think it's going to indicate anything any one way or another, because there's going to be both sides of like, well, they wouldn't show it unless it was true. And also, well, it's in the movie, so it's a different continuity.
Or even sometimes, like, I've written stuff where I'm making a reference to something, but I change it to fit what I need. Like I wrote a fan script for like a FNaF thing, which was like based on Midnight Motorist, but it made more sense in the context of what I was writing to make the couch person Elizabeth. I don't even believe that the couch person is Elizabeth, but it worked for the context of what I was saying. So if you were watching that as a fan, you'd go, oh, this is like Midnight Motorist. But he changed Elizabeth to be the couch person. So, like, if the movie has, Aunt Jane as the couch person and Golden Freddy shows up, that could just be Scott, like, making a reference to Midnight Motorist. It doesn't mean he's trying to confirm that Golden Freddy took somebody away from the house and it was like an aunt that was waiting.
Yeah.
Or babysitting or whatever.
Yeah, I think
the movie need to confirm soul splitting with TES does. What's TES?
Supposed to be the silver eyes.
Oh, TSE, yeah. No, I mean not as in
the
like
eyes
it
silver.
Needs to confirm soul boys are an example of soul splitting with the MCI, not that they've been possessed by full other spirits.
Yeah. I've never understood the idea of saying that like soul splitting couldn't have been what was intended with the toys, because it wasn't introduced until the fun times in the novels. Because, it makes sense to say that like the kids possess the metal in the robots, and then we see with Mangle that taking apart the metal doesn't take apart, you can take it apart, put it back together however many times you want, and it still keeps the possession. So why would taking it apart from the Withereds or whatever and putting it into the toys not also carry that over when they show that with Mangle in the same game? And also with the teaser saying something borrowed, something new. Like, I think that it was meant to, like, when it was introduced in the novels, that wasn't the first, introduction of it. I think it was introduced in FNaF 2 and was just, I don't know, ignored for some reason.
That's fair. I think I'm going to have to run. I got to go get some food.
Right. I will probably also dip then.
But... All right,
actually, maybe the whole thing's ending. Let me see. I'm thinking.
Stay on. I'll see if I can. I just need to go get food first.
Yeah, I also gotta go. I
could probably hold my own for a little bit.
See what. I just
gotta think what to do. That's what I mean. I only had obviously I only had plans for the VR show.
Join the SMP. Join the SMP.
Never even got a headache.
Yeah. Also, I don't mind. I don't mind if people want to put my video on, whatever to cover it.
Why don't you react to part 2 while we're gone?
Okay, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I will pull up his video, and I'm gonna make sure it gets at least like 15 to 20 likes before watching.
Hell yeah.
So
Okay,
I'm sorry,
cool,
chat.
cool.
We have content.
Okay, great.
So we'll watch our guest, Fezra Entertainment's newest part of his like Charlie 87 theory, and give our thoughts on it, and tell him that he's very stupid, while I sit back and don't make any theories at all, and appear high and mighty because I'm so smart. So we will do that. I will move over.
I got a bench, but
yeah, I'll see you guys.
I'll keep listening.
I'll see you. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having me on.
No worries, man. Good to meet you. All right, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. Now I can finally get a word in edgewise. They were the unwithered yappers. Holy. All right, let me get this over here. Come on. Here we go. All right. So part 2. Here it is. All right, chat. Here's the thing. Right now, this video has 198 likes. I'm gonna need to see at least 215 likes before I start watching it. So I will spam it in chat for you guys. So I want to make sure this young man gets his due diligence. So let me do that. Come over here. While I wait forever for my stream to load. The military. Let me give a second here. Okay. Let me lock in. Oh my god, chat never works on Opera GX. It's fucking annoying. Like stream chats, Opera GX cannot handle live stream chats for some reason. At least mine can't. Which makes me depressed. Yeah, okay. Let me go back. Maybe it's fixed. Let me see here. It's still at 198. What's this guy's name? Fazbear Entertainment. Aha! I found him. 25,000 views. Really good on that video. That's not bad. That's solid. I will link you guys to it, Chad. Don't worry. Then we can celebrate together. Blow this guy up in engagement, chat. We're gonna make him very Faz famous. Here we go. Alright, here you go. I'm putting it in chat now. So just like it and then say 14 sent you. Like 14 sent me. Here we go. That should be it. If you want to open that in either a new tab or this one. Then we can begin. I have ice cream coming. I'm very excited. Alright, 206. 207 now. We need like 8 more. 8 more likes. And we shall begin. Oh, okay, okay. Only 6. 6 more. And then we're close. 210. Oh, we need like 5. We need 5, chat. I'm holding you hostage. Who the fuck disliked the video, you bums? Stop. $211. He may be wrong, yes, he may be wrong, but we are supporting new creators. Mm-hmm. 212. Yeah, chat. Help wanted overanalysis is going to be over the course of a couple streams because we have Narrow Raven actually playing the game like live, and it's playing it for so many hours is annoying on the fucking senses. So if you've ever done VR for like a long period of time, it's a pain in the ass. All right, we made it. Huge. We just gave him like 20 likes. Nice. Okay, let's begin. How's the audio, by the way? Is it too loud or is it loud enough? Like, just loud enough? You're welcome, man. Yeah, so a couple defenses I've heard for the DCI is that, oh, the video's muted? Holy fucking mid. Holy mid, I feel like ass. I've been streaming for like 8 years with nothing on. Oh god. It's fixed. It's fixed. Fuck! Okay. Alright, let me go back. I remember I had it muted earlier so they could talk over it. Okay, let me go back a little bit here. Oh. No, not copyright. I'm just dumb.
Magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for feelings you may experience while listening to this new company update, so please hold any comments and concerns until the end of the mandatory company-wide notice. And as always, remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
We're saved now, Chad, don't worry.
I want to start out this video by giving thanks to everyone who watched the previous video and left so many nice comments, even when they were disagreeing.
Thanks,
the
King.
feedback I received was really insightful and gave me that feeling of the old days of FNaF where everyone was trying to work together.
Terminal error, no.
So with that
Thanks,
being
Terminal.
said, I'm going to go over as much of the relevant feedback as I can and then give a deeper analysis of some of the points I used in my original video that I feel I might not have explained as well as I could have, and also update some of my thoughts based on some contradictory evidences I was presented with. Starting out, one of the things discussed in the comments a lot was the DCI. The general idea presented was that 1, it would feel conflicting to showcase the bodies and the blood if it wasn't meant to be a real event. 2,
Seeker. Alright, chat, we're gonna have to guess what it's about based on the video alone.
Considering that Ralph dies in FNAF 1 and is not known to possess anything or contribute anything to the story after this point, and yet we still believe he did indeed die. And 3, it would be more satisfying to just conclude that the DCI did possess the toys because it would require less mental gymnastics to say that new dead kids and new possessed animatronics are correlated. And also,
okay, so what I was going to say last time we were at this point was that, so for the DCI, you have the one interpretation that's very common, which is that they do exist but are gone by FNAF 6, and the reason there's no gravestone or follow-up for them in FNAF 6 is because they're just fucking dead, and they've already moved on. Now, people flip-flop on what they think happened to the DCI. Some people think that the Save Them minigame is William going around, 5 children get murdered, and then William Afton says, "Alright, puppet, save them. Save them, puppet. Put their bodies into life and make these new kids possessed." However, you can't. And so the Save Them is actually about the DCI. It's one of the theories that we had, obviously a very common one. And also that would be like one of the Candy Cadet stories that the theory Crying-Eyed and I came up with, is that the 5 Keys story was the DCI, and the puppet tries to save the children and cannot. So that's one interpretation, is that the DCI is sort of an investigation by William to see what they can do to bring these kids to life, because he doesn't really know yet. He's like, the first one was either the puppet brought them to life, like this guy says, or William stuffed them in the suits and it was a fluke. So DCI is a new set of children that he attempts to get to possess something, but it never fails, and the kids just die. So they don't get like names. There's not a lot to them. Similar to like to how we know that the Funtime animatronics were rented out and definitely up to some bullshit. Like, there's no way that only Elizabeth died, because the Funtimes were being rented out for forever. Another thing people think about the DCI is that they're in the toys. I disagree, since the toys are retrofitted and they are on stage when the DCI occurs. So I don't think so. Now, some fucking idiot thinks the DCI are in Lefty. I don't know how any one or even two people could come to such a conclusion. Puppet release. So that's that. Those are those theories. Those are the few things on the DCI that I know about. Is one, they might be in the toys. Two, William kills them as a challenge to the puppet, or to see, like, alright, how the fuck did the puppet make these guys possess anything in the first place? And three, they're inside a Lefty. So that would be that. All that I just yapped about was simply to say no to the point of they're not named, so it doesn't matter. Because none of the sister location Funtime Scooper victims matter either. But I guarantee you, if Funtime Freddy and Circus Baby were being sent out for like years, somebody got snatched, bro.
Also, the notion of soul splitting for the toys to be possessed by the MCI wouldn't be introduced until the Fun Times in the novels, and is also contradicted by the notion that the novels state that in order to swap vessels, the souls need to be willing. So for the notion that it would seem conflicting to imply that the minigames depicting Charlie dying are about FNaF 2, while Save Them would be depicting memories from the MCI location, for that, what I have to say is that FNaF 2 was meant to be the prequel, because FNaF 3 was meant to be the end. FNaF 2 was never meant to have any loose ends, because the ending of the series was immediately the next game. FNaF 3 depicts what was originally the end of the series, with William burning in the building and the spirits of the dead children being released in Happiest Day. The problem with the DCI being real is that they're not there in Happiest Day. FNaF 2 established alive kids and people are colored in like normal, and dead kids and people are grayed out, as established with all the bodies, and especially in Take Cake, where we see an alive kid die and then gray out. This is to say that the only spirits present in Happiest Day are the kids who possess the classic animatronics, and the toys aren't referenced and the DCI aren't shown. I think this was Scott's earliest attempt at course correction in the following games. We all assumed that the DCI had to be a separate event, and then when Scott showed us Happiest Day not having the DCI at all, it was to tell us that we misinterpreted what we saw in the last game. FNaF 2 sets up all the characters we see in the final game. It shows us the puppet, who is in Happiest Day, the purple guy who is the killer, who was Springtrap, and it showed us the MCI, who were in Happiest Day. The DCI weren't there because the DCI never existed in any narrative Scott intended. This brings me to the next point, that attributing a lack of narrative is not a justifiable reason,
unless they did,
for them not to exist, because Ralph
Where's Elizabeth's grave?
fails to contribute to a narrative after his
I don't think you can use like the they're not named. It's a different fucking incident. The crying child doesn't have a grave. Elizabeth doesn't have a grave.
I think is a very strong point. Ralph doesn't contribute to a narrative after his death because his death was the end of his narrative. He was a character we grew to know over the nights of FNaF 1, and then he died. His story ended. We were treated to with a prequel giving even more of a build up to his character, strengthening the impact of his death in FNaF 1 at the end of his story. The DCI are never introduced to us. If we didn't get the Save Them minigame, we would never have assumed they even existed. Their narrative starts and ends with their deaths, contributing nothing to the story. I've heard that their purpose is to show that wherever a Freddy's opens, the purple guy will be there to kill kids. But that logic also applies to Charlie being last. You don't need them to exist to get the same effect. Phone calls being about them doesn't hold up either, because the implication would be that Fazbears would be straight up lying, which they aren't really known to do. They more so like to twist the truth on real things that do happen instead of denying them outright. Ralph's phone calls mention a tragedy happening outside that Fazbear denies any claims to, and in the same game we're showed a purple guy who we know is an employee from Foxy Go 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 killing a child outside the building, providing us the event that Fazbear is trying to claim no connection to in classic Fazbear fashion. They are connected, but there's reason to doubt.
out, so they lie. That's their whole thing. FNAF 1 has night guards being shoved into suits by possessed animatronics, yet they have the ability to say that it's faulty programming, showing the event with a reason to doubt if it's true or not. Ralph claiming that 5 dead kids being left inside the restaurant is an event happening outside that Fazbear claims no connection to would just be blatant lying, which we never really see Fazbear do. They always twist the truth because the business as a whole is an extension of William's character, who is a manipulative snake. He takes truth and he...
Yes, that's what Unwithered said in the call, which was just that, whatever's going on out there could still be referring to Freddy's.
Twists them into lies. As for it being more satisfying to the narrative to not complicate things by just having the DCI possess the toys, as the toys are undeniably possessed, and the notion of soul splitting wouldn't exist until the Fun Times in the novel trilogy, and they also introduced a rule that a soul needs to be willing in order to change vessels, I actually don't think it would complicate anything to have the toys just possessed by the MCI. It's simpler to say that the kids possess the metal, and when the metal is moved, that metal is still possessed. We know that the toys are using parts from the Withereds, which are from the old restaurant, so if the toys are possessed by new kids, then every single toy would be in an Andrew Jake or Golden Duo situation. Because the metal doesn't stop being possessed when it's moved around. If it were that easy to get the possession out of the metal, then the series would have ended long ago. Just disassemble the classics and boom, you're done. No more possessed robots. You can just put them back together after. We also have pieces of the toys in the FNAF 3 building, and yet the only spirits there are the MCI and Charlie. I've seen it brought up that it could be possible that the DCI happened after Charlie died and the FNAF 2 building closed, which I don't think is impossible, but again, it would fail to...
Sorry, I'm chewing. Yeah, that's why I think that, the DCI aren't in the toys. Because you never get any DCI spirits. I think the DCI was a fail. If I had to guess, it'd be the DCI is a failure. Like, William kills 5 kids to attempt to cause possession, but fails.
At all to the story. So me just saying that the
It's an experiment.
DCI didn't happen still doesn't explain what's going on in the Save Them minigame. And we also see in the Dream minigames the puppet at the FNAF 1 restaurant, presumably after the MCI and depicting an IRL version of Give Gifts. So what's the deal? Well, I actually think that the fact that the dreams in between nights are called dreams is very important. When's the only other time we see dreams in FNAF? During the nighttime gameplay of FNAF 4, where the
Debatably.
character we assumed was the crying child was later revealed to be Michael.
Actually, no, it's probably like, those are dreams. But also an identical version of them existed that wasn't dreams.
Having dreams of his brother's memories. We also have Mike in the movies dreaming memories of his brother being taken, with the MCI kids appearing in them, altering them. What I believe is happening with the minigames in FNAF 2 is that the puppet is peering into the eyes of Freddy and seeing his memories presented to us as dreams. It's why we play as Withered Freddy in the Save Them minigames. It's Freddy following the puppet through his memories of the MCI. I know that most people assume that Foxy Go 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 is our depiction of the MCI and the DCI is Save Them, but
I like that. But if it were narratively intended, I think that the rest of the mini-games would have the puppet in them. So there'd be a mini-game with Chica with the puppet in it. There'd be this Foxy mini-game. The puppet would be there on the last screen. I think if we're going to have this, like, oh, it looks into your eyes. Because the implication in the story is that, yeah, we're Freddy for all those mini-games. Oh. But we would have had to be... The puppet would have had to have looked into the eyes of the others at some point, too. Because they obviously become sentient at whatever point. So as a story, it would have worked better if that was what he was going for. That is not just Withered Freddy. There'd be another minigame where Foxy has the puppet next to him. Another, you know, all this shit. To connect their memories to the puppet.
I think Foxy Go 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 is just meant to show us that the MCI happened all at once, in one day. This would be something Scott wanted to convey to us because the newspapers in FNAF 1 made it ambiguous as to whether or not it happened over several days or all at once. Foxy runs in over and over again, being different days in my interpretation, and on the last day we see the kids being all dead at once. This is then followed by the Save Them minigame depicting the horror of the event. I think originally, Scott probably wanted the MCI to be along the lines of what we currently assume, that it was sneaky disappearances, but when he decided to continue the franchise, he wanted the event to be more along the lines of what something in the horror genre would typically depict. Mass panic with dead kids being found. Now, I don't think the kids were left laying around like in Save Them. They were obviously lured. I just think that the way it's depicted in the Into the Pit game is how it went down. I made a brief graphic of this on screen in the last video, but I didn't flesh it out.
See, but then you have to dismiss the entirety of Save Them. Because the children being spread around and not in the suits, That's like the whole point of the MCI, is the reason they weren't found is because he hid them there. Even in the movie, which is as recent as 2 years ago, they bring that up. So that's a very clear difference between the Save Them minigame and the MCI.
As well as I could have. But I think the Save Them minigame is our first look at a version of Into the Pit. We see in FNAF 2 Shadow Bonnie at this location, and in the intro to Into the Pit, the first we ever see a pit trap, he's depicted identical to Shadow Bonnie. We then have the protagonist view the pit, the first we ever...
They are very similar. I'm assuming he's gonna bring up, Hold. The FNAF 3 minigame. Sorry, my brain sugar crashed.
First see a pit trap, he's depicted identical to Shadow Bonnie. We then have the protagonist view the victim's memory of the event, being Oswald Into the Pit and the puppet and save them. Then both protagonists are tasked with saving the victims, Puppet with the minigame spelling out save them, and Oswald with going day by day back into the pit to try and rescue more kids. We know that in both events they also can't because it's already happened. Oswald in the games is successful, but we know that it's not real because obviously the MCI still happened. Return to the Pit solidifies its connection as well, as in Happiest Day section of the book, Oswald seems to replace the puppet as Charlie is nowhere to be seen, only the 5 main
That's
kids,
interesting.
and Oswald is
That's
serving
cool.
cake to the children instead of Charlie, giving them their happiest day. The absence of the puppet is also significant. Credit to Redditor Mr. Coco for bringing this to my attention, but when Oswald puts on the party hat of an MCI kid, he sort of becomes them, feels compelled to do things the way they happen. When he takes the place of Charlie, he doesn't get this effect, he's just himself, implying the puppet isn't here because she's not dead yet, as Oswald is doing this in 1985. Another thing to note that implies an important connection between FNAF 2 and Into the Pit are the secret minigames that get you to the Into the Pit version of Happiest Day.
They are the same style. They're the same style of
We
minigames,
have the
yeah.
minigame depicting Count the Ways, where Millie runs into a room over and over again, showing different options for her death.
I am eating
Almost
motherfucking
equal
bacon.
1-to-1 with Foxy Go Go Go. Then there's the minigame depicting some form of the fetch story, although it doesn't really line up with the story in the books, but its gameplay is near identical to Save Them. And the final minigame depicting To Be Beautiful, where the gameplay is a bit more distantly related, but still undeniably similar to Give Gifts, Give Life. This is why we keep getting Into the Pit in different media, I believe. I know the real answer is probably Scott just really likes this story, but if it's meant to have importance, I think it's because it's supposed to point us in the direction of the Save Them minigames being about the MCI. Now, if it's meant to be about the MCI, why wouldn't Scott just depict it in the FNAF 1 restaurant? It's because he didn't want us to associate the puppet with being at the FNAF 1 location. The puppet was always made to be at the FNAF 2 location, and so that's why the Save Them minigame takes place there. There's a bit of leeway given with the dream cutscenes because they are dreams. Same
I don't know
as the
about that
FNAF 1 phone calls being heard during FNAF 4. Alongside all this, I found even more evidence pointing to Charlie dying at the FNAF 2 location and the animatronics only getting possessed at FNAF 2 and Give Gifts, Give Life minigame. If you look at the mask put onto the kids, we can see that the Chica mask has teeth on the top beak, which only Withered Chica has. And keep in mind, the Withereds only existed at the FNAF 2 restaurant. In the week before, Ralph mentions that he's glad they restored the vintage Freddy animatronic back to his classic design, which implies that Freddy started out looking like the FNAF 1 animatronics, was changed at some point, and then changed back. We also see a faint handprint on classic Freddy's head, indicating that the classics were the animatronics that were stuffed. This is all to say that the significance of the Give Gifts, Give Life minigame using the heads of the Withereds means that these are the animatronics they inhabited when the Give Gifts, Give Life happened, which would only be during FNAF 2, giving credence to the idea that the puppet only existed at the FNAF 2 and it's the location Charlie died. Going along with this, the kids are positioning Give Gifts, Give Life in an exact vertical flip to the positions the Withereds appear in while in the back room of FNAF.
Herm. Yeah. Shit, fair enough.
Another issue brought to my attention was why didn't Scott model the Take Cake Bear more like Toy Freddy if it's at the FNAF 2 location? To this, I'd say it's possible that he just wanted to model this instance in more detail than the other minigames. It's also possible the location was using the Unwithereds, as they are drawn in the children's drawings, implying they were in use at some point.
We knew it.
Cake Bear has buttons,
We found
Toy
this.
Freddy and Withered Freddy have, and they only exist at the 1987 location, giving more credence to the theory that it's when and where Charlie died. Something else brought up a couple of times was, what's the purpose of mentioning the yellow suit being moved if it wasn't about the DCI? For this, at the time, I think it would just be because it's the night Golden Freddy becomes active, so the suit would have moved, but looking in the grander context of the series, after 3, it's because Golden Freddy went to Michael's house during Midnight Motors to bring him to the location, which falls in line with Mike being Fritz the very next day after Golden Freddy is active. Another issue brought to my attention is if Henry was a CEO and made the FNAF 2 location, then why would they have needed to track him down? The best explanation I can come up with is that it's possible that Henry wasn't one of the CEOs of Fredbear's, and was just an engineer for William. I think the spring locks and their dangers fit much more in in line with the William design than Henry, especially considering the spring lock made by Afton Robotics in the sister location Bunker, meaning Henry only would have made and owned Freddy's. This could also further provide a narrative reason for William to want to shut Henry down, because if William gave Henry the right to create his own offshoot company being Freddy's, then he would be immensely pissed that his own companies, being Fredbears and Circus Babies, shut down, while the company he allowed Henry to make was immensely successful. This would be the reason for trying to do the MCI and take control of Freddy's, as he felt like he should be the one in charge because the only reason Freddy's existed was because he let Henry make it. The visual design differences between Fredbear and Golden Freddy would also indicate this, as yellow and purple are both colors associated with William, they're his visual motifs, and so Golden Freddy gaining a black accents instead of purple would be to indicate a change in ownership from William to Henry. The
Matpatism.
desire to get in touch with the original restaurant owner would also fit if it was only William, as they would assume that only the original owner would know what's going on with the springlock suit that had been moving by itself suddenly. Also, I know that in the novels that William was the business guy and Henry was the tech guy, but William in the games clearly knows what he's doing, as the fun times to this day are some of the most advanced animatronics.
Okay. William in the games clearly knows what he's doing, yes. And William in the books clearly knows what he's doing. You know, he creates, you know, a version kind of Circus Baby, and he also pretty much fucking figures out immortality. He creates the twisted ones, which are incredibly, like, high tech. In both continuities, he's an amazing tech guy. And I would guess that he's spurred into that in both continuities by Henry. I always think Henry starts out as like the genius inventor. You know, in both of those, except Edwin. Edwin was probably more cracked, and Henry was like, "Oh, Edwin, I'll make a mimic too, ha ha ha." And then, you know, William gets jealous. He's like, "What?" So I don't think it started that. I don't think Henry was a business guy. I think Afton's always
even
smart.
The glam rocks. Another issue I'd seen is that just because the bear and take cake is a Freddy, it doesn't mean that it wouldn't still be possible for it to be at Fredbear's, as Ralph in the week before mentions a Freddy suit that was used in Fredbear's. The quote is, "Someone has attached a spare Freddy head, one of the earlier models from the Fredbear days, only twisted around and backward so it's facing the wall." While it is possible to interpret this as being a Freddy from Fredbear's, Ralph also has a quote saying, "He drops you on the floor and turns to pick up a spare yellow Freddy costume." This spare suit is obviously meant to be Golden Freddy, and so it is possible the Freddy head mentioned in the latter quote was meant to be Golden Freddy. I will say though, there are a lot of posters from Security Breach and onward that depict advertisements for Fredbears, with the character seeming to have brown fur and a black
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
top hat, which is a real wrench in the idea that she had to have died at Freddy's. With this in mind, however, I don't think this alone outweighs all the other evidence presented for Charlie being last, especially since two of the strongest points also come from the Steel Wool era, being the Grave Order and the 87 dice in 5 laps of Freddy's. It also wouldn't have been reasonable to think that there was a brown bear at Fredbear's at the time of FNaF 2, as when we see Fredbear's in detail in FNaF 4, every single animatronic in the building is yellow with purple details. Another issue presented to me was the fact that there are heavy ties between Pizza Sim and Fredbear's, as in the later games under the Pizzaplex, there are memorabilia of Fredbear's everywhere around the FNaF 6 wreckage, implying they're the same building. And with the animatronics in FNaF 6 appearing in the alley in a very similar fashion to Charlie and the puppet in the alley, it implies that they're
Yeah, I've heard this a million times.
I agree with this point. I just don't believe it goes against Charlie dying at the FNaF 2 location, because it's very likely the FNaF 2 location is also Fredbear's. The way Ralph mentions,
"Yeah, we're gonna try to contact the original restaurant owner,"
implies that the restaurant being used was originally something else, which he then mentions Fredbear's. The next point in this call is a little hard to make out, but from what I can tell, the words he says is, "It was closed for years though."
"It was closed for years though, I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down."
Which implies that it is now no longer closed because it is this new restaurant. Another concern was that Ralph implies that the animatronics have been possessed for at least a little while, because he mentions a minor glitch in the system where they try to stuff you into suits, the implication being that they're possessed and killing the night guards the way they were killed. And if they were only recently possessed, they wouldn't have known about this unless it was a known thing to happen from the previous location. I don't think that this is necessarily what's being implied though, because before this, Ralph says,
Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode.
If this behavior was known, I don't think they'd start out by saying it should be impossible the way that he does. And also the working theory Ralph mentioned seems to have been fleshed out by the time of FNaF 1, when he says,
Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person.
they'll most likely see you as a metal.
He makes Disney look like a worm.
Without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear